Welcome back, B+E Family.
Saludos, familia. Welcome back in. Welcome back. Happy Sunday, Daniel. I know we're actually ready for the next panel. Next panel coming up at 3:30. Will be for the 13th floor.
Yeah.
That's the one that hosts. We'll be doing the one for Queen Harbor. For Dark Harbor, I'm sorry, over at the...
Yeah, it's going to be the LA Haunted Hayride, Delusion, the Magic of the Jack-O-Lanterns, and bonus info about Dark Harbor.
Yes. They've been covering a lot of info throughout the day, but trying to get to all the panels has been tough because the merch is also good. It's been spicy. The good news is we also picked up the Godzilla shirts for Becky's brother, and they had a deal for 3 for $75, so that worked out in his favor.
I don't think he wears orange, but he is now. He's like, well, I mean, it's 3 for $75.
Bro, I know he's watching.
So this is one of them right here.
How could you not want to wear that? That's an awesome shirt.
I'm gonna make my brother dye his hair orange now.
That's
funny. Like, you're getting...
Too cool.
Man. I was like, dang,
we spamming, bro.
We should have just totally bought these beforehand. Because we went back to the car, and then here's the other one.
That's crazy.
Cool one. It's a
nice one. What a Brian. Oh yeah, dude, the line's already been forming for the goal line. They're already set up on their side.
And then the last design is this one right here.
The HHN panel is till 5. We will be out of this one and into the next one too.
And then here's the final design right here.
Está bonito.
This is the most color I'm going to see him wear, actually.
That's cool.
I don't know if he's even going to wear them or he's just going to have them right there. That's the thing. But at least it's bought, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah. These are from this company right here. What is it called?
Oh, yeah, the No Evil. And when you buy 3 shirts, you get the bag.
Yeah.
So it's nice. He'll like it. He's a big Godzilla fan, so
he is.
Like he's into spooky, he's into Godzilla. What about this?
That is true. Welcome in, guys.
Saludos. Oh, Kevin and Amanda said, oh, of course. Oh, they're the sweetest. Thank you.
Thank you.
What up, Corey? A ver. What up, Eddie? Odales, Janine, Mario.
Hi, guys.
Saludos.
¿Cómo estamos?
We are getting ready. Okay, so now this year in itself, we're definitely going to do LA Haunted Hayride. That's on the list. Dark Harbor, we have to. Becky's never done it. It's a must. So we got to figure out when we can schedule that one in. I don't know if we do opening night, but we're definitely going. And then we would love to take you to the pumpkin one, the
Magic of the Lanterns.
Yes, the Magic of the Lanterns.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Because that one's not spooky. It's not. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not scary. It's like think Instagram pretty that you can take the whole family. It's meant for like a family event, like almost like going to a pumpkin patch or date night. And they have food and drinky drinks. And non-drinky drinks.
I need one of those drinky drinks right now, dude. This is crazy.
Poor Becky, she's driving heat up here. It's hot.
I only start feeling like this up here. Downstairs it's hot, but I don't feel like. Bleh.
Baby, we gotta pray more because if we're going up to heaven, it's only sunroof view over there.
Yeah. Hi.
What's up, handsome? How you holding up? You're done too, huh? I know, dude. I know. Hanging in there. How was Comic-Con though? Yeah.
It was cool.
No good.
It took 2 hours and 40 minutes just to walk from one end of the show floor to the other.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No worries.
Bye. Oh, man. That sounds like fun though.
The man, the myth, the legend himself, Entertainment Connect right there. Give him a follow on Twitter, Instagram, on YouTube. Is that TikTok? Give him a follow on everywhere.
think so.
I don't think he has that one active.
I don't think so.
But yeah, he's a total sweetheart.
Which
Shout out to his
one?
wife también.
Yes. Oh yeah, we met his wife already.
Yeah.
Which one has the corn mazes?
So Eddie,
there's so many.
so for us out here, Eddie, would be the one in Chino. They don't do an event here. Last year we didn't get a chance to make it because we were booked. Oh, we did Becky's birthday celebration that day. So like the reservation I got for Becky's event. If you guys got to see that video for the members only, it was like a very unique item. So it was like it was reservations only for that one, and well worth it because we had the whole place pretty much to ourselves, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
But this year we're gonna hope to do it because we do enjoy doing the corn mazes. It's very different, very fun. Well, hopefully we can fit that one in to make it in. But that one's in Chino Hills, yeah.
Well, there's so many, you know. We love supporting, but I mean, there's only a certain amount of time.
There's only so many. It's because, if you're new, like watching or like don't know, like we have full-time jobs, so like trying to get out of work like during regular hours for myself to do the commute, then like leave during rush hour to make it out to LA, up to the high desert,
grind is real.
like to San Diego. It's rough.
It's
like we'll do the drives, but like it's already bad enough for Disney, and that's like an hour and a half on the drives, hour times with no traffic. But like everywhere else, it's like tough.
Hey, cool drummer. Have a great day at work, fam.
I think that everyone else who helped me out on the first stream, letting me know what emotes weren't working on the TV and and also projections. Many of you guys said TV. I don't know if it's not working on the projectors, so let me know on that one as well. For those that watch on projectors, I didn't know you guys watched this on that, so thank you, projectiles. I didn't know. If you guys don't share with us, like we don't know. So like anything that we can do.
So cool.
So that's
I want to
super
come
cool.
over.
Yeah. Plus, like we're working on some like additional stuff
paying attention
that we're gonna slowly roll out. Maybe this week if we can get it down right, and then another one later on for the vertical streams, which is going to be fun and interesting. So we'll see. We'll see how we can incorporate it. I gotta test one on the one-in-one.
Yeah.
Because then we break something and then YouTube takes forever to fix it. But
for real.
Thank you for fixing a rewind button, YouTube.
What's up, everybody?
It's just that it's so hard.
What up, Boo, Soledad, Stargazer, W, Bandana.
Also, shout out to Vanya who was watching us while they were in line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She popped in?
Yeah, no, she was just watching, but you know how...
Oh, you saw. You saw. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. She was trying to see what else was going on. No, there's a lot to do, guys. There is. You know what I was telling Eli? That the other one that I like, but that does not have panels, is the one that they do in Ontario. The Creep IE.
Oh my gosh, that was... So we did a live stream from it last year for the Creep IE one in Ontario. What we love about it is that like the food carts are in like the same vicinity, so you don't have to go through security twice. There's live music on the outside, lots of seated areas.
Sometimes they do. Well, last year they were streaming spooky movies.
Yeah, so in case you don't do crowds or need a place to go like chill, it was nice, and they were handing out snacks, so that was pretty cool. And additional snacks you could buy. They had a whole room dedicated to photo ops, which was pretty cool.
They had more photo ops. I was surprised. Midsummer Scream does have photo ops, but not like they did last year. Last year they had more photo ops than this year, because I missed that whole entire Scream area, but that was by the Mystic Museum.
Yeah.
And they still did really good photo ops this year, but I feel like they was lacking a little bit for the photos.
It wasn't as spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it is, Creep IE. Are you changing something?
Yeah. 1 second. The audio's gonna sound weird just for like a second or two.
1 second.
Refresh. Alright, let me go. Alright, hold on. Reconnect the audio. 1 second. Okay, there we go. We should be good.
Yeah.
Refresh.
So for Creep IE, they're gonna have Billy D. Williams over there.
Billy D.
And then these are the special guests too. Like they have the cast of ET.
Oh, almost all the cast. The Drew Barrymore will not be attending, but still, you get to meet everyone.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then Terrifier.
The Terrifier. I'm telling my Kim, like we might have to go. We might have to go.
I kind of want to go to this one because now seeing compared Midsummer.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was not in focus.
Midsummer to this one, the vendors are also really spicy out there.
Oh yeah. Remember the lights went out and we still kept shopping. That was the coolest experience ever. Like the lights went off. I think there was like a power outage or something, like a quick second, and then everyone just busted out their phones with lights.
Yeah,
and everyone
I remember
was like,
that.
We don't stop shopping.
Yeah. we're
the
like,
best part
well, let's continue
The
on.
best part of the is that the spooky community is one of the sweetest and amazing communities. We
really
scared
nice.
because we care, but
No, honestly,
but it was
yeah,
epic
so
because
true.
like everyone was so polite and like kept the shopping going and
That's
making sure
true.
that like everything was going proper. So it was cool.
Like, it wasn't madness. It could have gone another
Yeah.
way, where like lights out and everyone's acting all crazy. But no,
True.
everyone was just chilling. It was really nice. So the Creep IE one that is going to be held in Ontario, the convention center, is 9/20 through 9/22. So it's almost at the end of September, right before the last 31 days of spooky. Per se.
Yeah,
It's good. It's a good date right there.
it's a good one.
But I know that Not Scary Farm is 9/19, so then that next Saturday would be Creep IE.
Yeah, no, it's just that everything like gets
It
back
blends.
up.
Everything is almost back to back to back to back. So we'll see. I do want to kind of go to this one though.
We'll see. I gotta look at the schedule because that
Yeah.
schedule's like rough.
It is.
Yeah, saludos a todos. Welcome in,
Man.
guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. We'd really appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you.
Dale, dale. On the road to 64K now, so let's go.
We're on the road to what?
64.
64.
Yeah.
We're on the road to 100.
Well, that's the next big giant mountain. Oh
That
no,
would
the next
be-
milestone's 75 and then 100.
75.
Yeah.
We're on the road to 75. That's fair.
We gotta get there before Halloween.
Yeah. Let's see. But what are you guys doing? The emotes look awesome on the 85-inch. Dang, no. Thank you. Your son.
So we're waiting. So if you're wondering, that there are two lines. There's the media line with the gold bat. The gold bat is like the highest tier pass that you can buy. That gives you like almost like the front of the line pass and includes the party ticket for it, which is on the other side right there. And then grants you get good seats, which isn't bad if you're here for the panels.
Yes.
For ourselves, since we're gonna go ahead and be like hanging from the back because we don't want our equipment or to go ahead and block anyone's view. We're like, okay, let's go ahead and do the regular general admission.
the back.
The line, you know, as you guys have seen from like multiple like angles and views, so that we've been and showing you that process is that okay, you know, go enjoy the items. You will probably be in the back, but that's okay. You still be part of the energy and the vibe, unless like you really want to be up front. For which, of course, it's perfectly fine. If there's like maybe an actor or an actress of sorts, maybe your favorite costume designer, like is there, or like build, or like you know for the HHN for John Murray himself. So
Wait, what pass do you guys have? They're making general admission wait outside for the HHN panel.
no way. It's all
Wait,
good.
we should go, baby. We should.
We'll go.
We should forget about this one.
We're gonna be here for just a bit, and then we'll go to the other one. Yeah, this is the 13th floor.
So where are you guys waiting, Brennan? Let me text her because I don't
Yeah, because
know.
I heard that the other ones are like downstairs. What up, Brian?
Let me see. Yeah, this is for the 13th floor right here, but we might just get out and go to the HHN line, baby.
No.
You don't want to? Okay.
Because you forget that everyone that's here wants to go to that room too. So it's just, you're gonna cook one way and another way.
Well, we're only going to be here for like 20 minutes.
We're only here for the good stuff and then we're out.
20 minutes, that's it.
I know, the good stuff's in the first 30.
You're excited for Halloween, so are we.
We are too. We're excited for Spirit Halloween opening up later this week. We're ready.
Yeah, they do it in the main ballroom, Anthony, so that's what's so weird that they're having a separate line for HHN already outside.
It's not weird. So let me explain Anthony and I know Becky's a little worried about it. So the grand ballroom is where they go ahead and have like the main events. 13th floor is one of them. This is where they have the not scary form. My apologies. It's where you know they're having HHN afterwards as well. So once this clears up, it'll be freed up, and we'll do another event in here and then HHN. But what they're doing is because we can't have people lining up because people want to line up already. And the upstairs right now is for the 13th floor only. So downstairs right now for anyone that wants to wait for that general admission to get a better seat, which again, you know, there's a lot of seats, guys. Like there really is a lot of seats. So like it's okay. You know. That's why people are forming in lines over there.
Yeah. No, let's just be in 20 minutes. Let's just be there for a bit and then get out and then go to the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
Yeah, no, I really don't want to miss like anything about HHN. We're here for that. Let's be honest. I'm
That's
here.
true.
I showed up for that.
Oh. 7, it was great meeting you guys. It was a
7. Are you
pleasure.
here today or no?
No, I think they drove back.
Oh yeah.
But mad respect on that drive, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this movie.
Oh, it's good. For real.
Thank you, Vanya. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Dang, that's wild.
Yes.
But like we're saying, if you come to some of these events, everything runs together. Everything's, you can't really see every panel.
Yeah. And then, Eddie, you're absolutely right. The 13th floor does items in Arizona, Chicago, New Orleans, and I believe one in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. They have like several events like nationwide. One day I would like to or one of these years I would like to do like a spooky nationwide.
¿Qué no quieres, baby?
I'm just saying that because I want it raspado.
You want to do nationwide? Nationwide.
Nationwide is by your side.
Spooky nationwide is by
Hashtag
your
no sponsor.
side. What's that line for down there?
Huh?
That line over there. Is that to get in?
Yes, mass media.
Oh, that's media? For what? For HHN?
No,
That's just media?
it's media.
What are they doing out there?
They're hanging out. They're hanging out. It's just people are going to disperse on one side and then people are going to disperse to the other side so they can get a spot.
Dang, that's wild, dude.
Oh, the slaughterhouse? Is it like a butchery type of thing? That sounds amazing though, Eddie. And the only place that we have a slaughterhouse for, I don't know if we have it still, but would be for Hallow Scream, which Hallow Scream isn't here, which is very odd because I would have liked to know what they had planned, the merch.
That would have been cool.
We're big fans of the merchandise for them.
They
They're
have one of
incredible.
the best merch
Their merch team.
selections.
Their merch team is like
It's basically Hollow Scream for merch for the most, not Scary Farm, and then HHN.
yeah.
You guys went to Taco Land? Wow.
No way.
That
We went to
sounds
Taco
so
Land
good.
yesterday on the way here.
It was good.
It was good. No way. I hope
No,
you
that
guys
was Friday.
had good food.
That was Friday.
Oh, it was Friday. The days are blending.
The HHN panel is at 5 p.m. Right
A las
now
cinco.
it's 3:24.
Yeah, so you guys have time to order the pizza, do a beer run, todo eso. It's still Sunday,
Why
so
does
you can
that
have all
sound
the
so
champagne.
good? I want to have champagne too. Oh, this is wild.
We'll have Annie go sneak in a bottle.
Vanya, I don't think she drinks. But yeah, it's fun times, guys. Do you want to talk a little bit about what happened for Not Scary Farm?
So let's talk about all of it, because at this point, again, thank you for those who have rewatched, those who are still rewatching. We won't spoil all the full details, but let's go through what we did. Friday was the merchandise. Well, we've done merchandise the most actually this time around than ever, because there's been so much to go ahead and do, so much to see, so many items to obtain. I'm already rocking the hat that I picked up.
Do you have zoomed in or something? Here, grab this.
Yes, because I'm special.
Okay, anyways. Continue.
So I'm already rocking the hat. Hats have been picked up. I love coming to this event and spooky events to pick up like the hats, the bucket hats, the beanies, any t-shirts, todo the fit, all of it, right? Because it's always great to be able to support small businesses, but rock unique merch like other people like, when you got that good stuff, and you're like, where'd you get that? Oh, you can't find this. This is exclusive. Well, it's exclusive because you got to know where to find it. But again, you can find it on the first stream. We cover all the merch, which has been Firme. But let's talk about the panels. Okay, so what panels did we cover yesterday? We started yesterday with Queen Mary, Dark Harbor. Yes. No, we started with Six Flags.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fright Fest.
Sorry. So Fright Fest, no joke. Like we are excited and we're worried at the same time. We're excited because Not Scary Farm has 10 haunts. They have 11 mazes. Six Flags has 11 mazes, making them the largest scare location in Southern California. 11 and 8 mazes. Bro, so
No, 11 mazes.
11 mazes and 8 scare zones. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So va a poner bueno. And we have the return of the Dia de los Muertos area, which we love. The color, the vibrancy, la música, la comida, and they're gonna
For who?
For Fright Fest.
Dia de los Muertos is for Dark
They
Harbor.
have a Dia de los Muertos scare zone.
Oh, Scare Zone.
Yeah, scare zone. Yes. But I'm pumped for it. But our biggest concern is they never start on time. They never open all their mazes up opening day. So the question is are we gonna get everything opening first day? Is it gonna be come the first day and then come back a few weeks later to get the rest of the mazes? So it's one of those things. We're okay, we're excited for it. And then with so many scare zones, does that mean that they're gonna close out the park at 7? So there's no place not to have a walkway that's scare zone free? Well, they've done that in the past, and I've loved it when they've done that. we're like everywhere. Like you're not safe from monsters. But the question is like, is it not? Like, ¿qué va a pasar? So like it's crazy. So
yeah. Well, we learned that today that Not Scary Farm is trying to have the whole entire amusement park be a scare zone. There's not going to be like places where it's not
scary farm?
Connected. Yeah. You just heard? Didn't you just hear that?
I heard that. But I mean, that's the purpose of like buying the new Boo necklace. They double down on it. You know, that's the way.
How is that gonna work?
Because they don't scare you if you buy the necklace. But now, watch that necklace be $50. Watch that necklace be $55.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
But now here's the one thing that did irk me. While I do enjoy personally like hearing at the panels and like movie stuff and all these great things, I like that. I do enjoy it. But it is a bummer that many have paid and given up time to be expecting like what's the merchandise, what's the haunts, what's new, and everything got paywall. Everything got paywall for Knots. They're like, come to our event that's going to be later in August, so you guys can find out the details, which is cool in the sense of like, if you can't make it to this, it's much more cost effective. It's great, but then it's like, well, then what did we review at the panel? I'm like, oh, it was a bummer. It was a bummer on that one. But let's see. No pin treating, Lisa. That got told last week that no pin treating this week got pushed out till next week.
We do have playlists on our channel full of the pin trading streams. So
pin
if you guys want to go back and rewatch.
We're in the park, you know, all the fun stuff. What up, that horror guy? What's poppin', dude?
Welcome in. We're about to get into the 13th floor just for a bit.
Danny said right now it's spooky pin merch time.
Basically, it is. It is.
Saludos, what a merry.
I will say that the general admission line is not that bad if you do the camp out.
No, it's not. It's a camp out. You're gonna meet people. It's gonna be good. Bring your drink. You'll be all right.
Hello, Cody. Hello, Sky.
Did you see that Ace sent in the drone to drop off the champagne?
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Ace.
No,
that would be lovely.
I'm like, ah. That's too funny. What up, Cody? Oh my god.
We're about to head on in just a second.
Yeah. So they're letting in right now all the gold bats. That line is moving forward. They'll be having first dibs on the seats. We'll go ahead and pick a spot near the back so that way we're not obstructing anyone's view and get to it. Saludos.
We're almost guys, almost. Hang tight. Oh.
And he's so funny. And he goes like, I'm excited to move. I'm like, me too. Oh my gosh. All right, we already heard lots of like good things for Dark Harbor. You know, we're excited for it to attend. We're excited for all the mazes, the parties, the secret tokens, which I completely forgot about those secret tokens. I got you into like the spooky bars. I'm glad that we'll be able to pick some up ahead of time and just partake. But it's still fun when like scare actors give them to you. So hopefully we get to partake in that this year. I'm really looking forward to like getting to experience that one with Becky because Becky's never been to Dark Harbor, so it'll be her first time.
Yes, it is true. Haunted Mansion is opening up on Monday. Yeah. Virtual queue 7 a.m. As long as you have a Disneyland reservation for the day and you start at Disneyland, you're able to do it from the comfort of your own home, which is a plus. You want the Chisme, right, Anthony? I hope so too.
Downstairs by 104. Were you guys? Favorite one.
Go for it, you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
No, it's because the blind is confusing, so it's like...
No, it's all good.
Where do you want to be? Like right here?
Yeah, we can be right here. Oh my god.
So like, what I was going to tell you for the other one, make sure that sometimes you do that zoom in versus just right there.
Oh.
Because when you do over here, you can kind of see the detail better versus you're just like that. It's like a stagnant shot the whole way through.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You want to stand like more over here?
No, I'm good right here.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to do it right here. That way you can sit down if you want.
You want to be right there?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I was
Wait, Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That horror guy,
For
that's a good
who?
rumor. For 13th floor or for HHN?
Dude, I was telling Eli, I would freak out if we ever get a Scream base. We were talking about that earlier, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I'd be the only one like, yeah! Like all the way in the back, like, yes!
Becky busts out the knife bag. She's
I'm like, yes!
He just starts stabbing people. I was like, oh.
With hugs and love.
For HHN? Sweet, no, HHN is at 5 o'clock. This is for the 13th floor.
No, they're saying that rumor is for HHN.
Gotcha.
Right? Tell Starbucks to release that pumpkin already. Dude, I'd be drinking that right now.
They have the stuff, guys. It's just,
Sometimes they don't.
There's
no.
not real pumpkin in that.
No, that syrup is seasonal.
Oh, I just bring my own syrup. Well, here you go. Make it.
That's
You guys are asking me to
not
sip
the
anyways. Make it.
same. That's not the same, yo.
Oh, man.
Está spooky.
Está spooky. It's not the same. I know it's not the same, but still. Ooh, what you have for lunch, Carmen?
Yeah, what was for lunch, guys? Anything good?
We can adjust with the audio. 1 sec, guys.
It could be here. It could be right here.
If you're tired, I'll sit down.
Oh, I can sit down here.
Yeah, go for it before someone takes it. Go for it.
No, I like standing with you, though.
No, I'll sit down with you. Here.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
though.
go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
¿Sí vas a poder?
Yes. There we go.
Because, sometimes there's people standing behind you. That's the only thing.
It's okay. I can pivot and move. Whoa, speak like, what was on that pizza, bro? We had pizza yesterday. Was it yesterday?
I was like,
No. What did we have
a
yesterday?
couple days ago.
It was pizza. No. Was that Friday?
We got Thai.
Oh, we got Thai food yesterday. That was good. Because I got barbecue pizza on Friday. That's what I had. You did a Costco run without us, Christina? Some of us would have liked the hot dog.
Eli, when we go grocery shopping, he's like, we're not getting fast food because we just bought so many groceries right now.
Oh, yeah. Unless it's Costco. Because it's a reward.
Guess that makes sense.
4 cheese and pepperoni. That's my boy. That sounds good, bro. Hey, David. So we are at Midsummer Scream, the largest Halloween convention, and it's here in the city of Long Beach. It's incredible. Ain't tight, familia. Ain't tight. The most disturbing house that he's ever created? No way. No way. Actually, let's play a game. If you guys could ask John Murray any question, what question would you ask him? I know this isn't for the HHN. The HHN's later, but if you could ask, let's say they do a trivia, a question panel, and we were to be lucky enough to be selected, what would be the question you guys would like to ask John Murray? Like where does he get those awesome shirts, the inspiration for everything? Where does he like to go on vacation after spooky season's done? Hey Ethan, it's at 5 o'clock today. So the lines are already forming downstairs for it. We're gonna be here for about maybe 30 minutes, I'd say. Just because we want to hear a little bit of details for any of the Queen Mary items. We were in their booth in their panel yesterday, which was incredible. We're excited. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the line for it. But we wanted to go ahead and just see anything else. Plus, we wanted to hear what they're gonna have for Delusion, which is a great one, which can't be videotaped, but it's a great one to experience. Our friends have finally covered it. Let's go. Yep. Go ahead. Oh, poor guy, sorry.
ride, we do ask that your camera or streaming device remain at or below shoulder level, not blocking the view of anyone behind you. Thank you for your cooperation and for being considerate of those around you. Enjoy the show.
Back from the dead and straight from the mausoleum. Please won't you welcome the afterlife of the party, the most affordable entertainer in his price range. Let's hear it for the superintendent of screams and the executive of fright, the late Monty Revolta.
Greetings! It's me! Greetings! It's me, the late Monty. Alright, cut the track off. That's enough. Alright. Greetings. It's me, the late Monty Revolta, star of the Monty Revolta Show. Cue the clapping. Thank you. Would you sit down? Yeah, you guys sit down, will you? Distracting. I'm gonna just say this, welcome to the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And welcome to the 13th floor Entertainment Group LLC panel. What a horrible title indeed. Now, I'm sure you know this, it's my complete contractual obligations to have you all raise up in your seats and join me in the official anthem of LA Haunted Hayride and Midnight Falls. I mean, get up, you dummies. Trick or treat, trick or treat, door to door for treats to eat. Darkness comes when autumn falls in the town of Midnight Falls. Midnight Falls, oh Midnight Falls, oh Midnight Falls, a town that's cursed from bad to worst, in the town of Midnight See you in the spa. Alright, stop it. Turn off that shit.
Welcome to Midsummer Scream. We are excited to be joined by a few of the creative masterminds behind 13th Floor Entertainment Group, the owner-operator of 17 large-scale attractions that haunt the nation each Halloween, including some of your favorite events right here in the Southland. Today, they will discuss the innovation behind their cutting-edge designs, intricate mazes, and the narratives that keep fans returning year after year. As summer starts to fade away and the spooky season looms large, it's time to find out what this sinister crew has in store for all of us. Please, welcome to the stage, the creator of Delusion and director of immersive entertainment for 13th Floor, John Braver. The creator of Los Angeles Haunted Hayride and producer at 13th Floor, Melissa Carbone. Regional manager for 13th Floor, Amy Holloman. Vice President of Operations for 13th Floor, Greg Salyers. CEO and founding partner of 13th Floor, Christopher Stafford. And your moderator for this presentation, from Ash vs. Evil Dead, actress Dana DeLorenzo.
Let's go.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing? How great is Midsummer Scream? You guys having a good weekend?
Yeah.
Well, it's about to get even better, as long as nothing gets possessed and jumps on stage, which has been known to happen with a few of us. In fact, some of these people, if not all, are very good friends with ghosts and ghouls and all the things we love. So I'm so excited to reveal this information to you because, you know, we love to hear what's coming up every year. We all know we love it. That's why we're all here with the 13th Floor Entertainment Group. And I don't know, there may be a surprise in it or two. You know, who doesn't love a surprise? So, I'm excited to be here and to talk about all the things going on for Southern California Halloween. Also, I do tend to scream the closer I get to a microphone, so sorry in advance. I'll try not to talk as much and loudly. We're all here because we've been to one of the events, or hopefully can come for the first time. We know and love it. It's developed quite a name in Southern California. So, Chris, how has the 13th Floor changed over the years, and you know what has it been going on recently? What we're preparing for?
Yeah, I mean it's changed crazy over the last I don't know how long I've been doing this now, but started out like much of the people in this room, just as a haunt Halloween fan. Got invited to go work at my first haunted house when I was 15 years old and fell in love with it, and always thought about what would it be like if I did my own haunted house one day. And so in 2002 I actually opened our first haunted house with my business partner who we met working as 15-year-old kids at that haunted house. Opened our first haunted house then. In 2008 we opened the original 13th Floor haunted house in Denver, Colorado. And then in 2009 we met a couple of guys from Austin, Texas that had done a haunted house called the House of Torment. And we brought our businesses together. In 2010 we opened 13th Floor San Antonio. And that was kind of that was kind of the genesis of the 13th Floor Entertainment Group, right? Bringing those two companies together and starting to grow the business. Since then we've been opening new shows, acquiring shows. The company this year will operate 32 different attractions across the country.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. So a lot of them are centered in the Halloween space, so haunted houses, Halloween festivals, but some of them are also room escapes, axe throwing, and then we just opened our first immersive art installation in a joint venture with Otherworld. It's called Otherworld Philadelphia. It's a pretty incredible location. But yeah, and it wouldn't be possible without all the people sitting on stage here today and a lot of the folks that are in the audience watching us today. So pretty excited to reveal to you guys a lot of secrets about what we've been working on and what all these folks have been working on. But before we do that, I think we're going to hop back and take a look at a video of just a recap of what we did in 2023.
Great. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? Look at that. And that was last year. So now we're going to get into what's to come. And I think we have to jump into probably the most unique event to start off the events. It's also known, I'm sure, as you all agree, as the vanguard of interactive horror theater. I think you know it and you love it. It's a little world called Delusion. And I'd love to talk to John Braver, everybody, the creator of Delusion. So, John, for anyone who hasn't experienced Delusion, can you just kind of describe the concept?
Yes, how many people have been to Delusion? Okay, that was loud, that's good. And there were a lot of people that haven't, so for all of you, I kind of want to give a quick explanation. It's basically the most cinematic experience you can have in the live setting. So I come from the film world, we kind of brought that into the live world. And to give you a bit of a taste of that, and some of the characters and the stories, just want to throw up a little video here for you guys to enjoy, so check it out.
Delusion is the best time you're going to have this audience. Very scary, very intimidating off the bat. I just felt like someone was always behind me the entire time.
It was super crazy and very intense.
You gotta come check it out. It's awesome.
Good Lord, I think we should play that again. That's so quick that you got a little taste of it. You can kind of see some of the characters over the years here. So it's very much like living inside of a creepy, hauntingly beautiful story. And we've been doing it since 2011, and there's really not much like it. It's a very intimate experience. We try to make sure that people feel they have some agency and they're a part of the story. Obviously, our trademark player part, we really take that seriously. So I've been just doing this for a long time and get swallowed back into this every year. And we'll kind of dig into this year's show a little bit later.
Well, and since you've been doing it since 2011, and like you said, every year it's a different story, so that's a lot of storylines to come up with. So how would you describe that process of coming up with something new every year, trying to top the last year?
Well, I think if I go into it every year thinking trying to top it, I can set yourself up for disaster. But basically, storylines come in various ways, through gummies, through dreams, through various interactions I'll have with someone on the street. They're all standalone stories, pretty much, so you could go to any one of them. But there's a Delusion universe. We have over, now at this point, probably about 50 characters, 50 original characters. And we've done it since 2011, so there's been 9 stories. And it's pretty expansive at this point. So I think coming up with them, it depends on also the venue. Obviously, a lot of you have been to the shows, you've been to some of these really unique and special venues that we've acquired. Not so much acquired, but rented. We'd love to acquire them. So, but that plays a big part in the telling of the story as well too. For example, the Phillips Mansion, we've been there for the last 3 years, out in Pomona, and that's a very special place. So I remember the first time I saw it, I would just stand there and just stare at it for a little bit and see what comes my way. Just feel the space and walk around, and to go through a process. It's hard for me to explain it so much, but I explained it with the gummy part. But basically, it's really fun because it's fun and it's frustrating at the same time, to be honest, because obviously we do 10 to 12 people every 10 minutes or so. That's been our format. So it's been difficult to try to tell a compelling story with that kind of format. But we've been able to do it for many years now, and I'm very proud of it. So it's exciting. Most of the time I spend about 2 or 3 days at the venue. I'll sit there and I'll maybe sleep there sometimes and just walk around and feel the space, feel the flow of it as well too. That's most important, to make sure the audience doesn't sort of backtrack into other groups. So I'll get the flow down. And then the rest of the time I'm in front of my computer in a very crouched, annoying position like this for a couple months. That's where I'm at right now with this current story. So I should probably change my posture here. So anyway, there's a lot more to tell about that, but that's kind of the gist of it.
Okay, and I don't want to pry too much, but so you okay, I will pry. So last year we saw a culmination of all of the Delusion storylines, right? So can you maybe tell us what era or world that Delusion will be taking us to this year?
Yeah, so this will be interesting. Those of you who went to the show last year, did you see anything at the very end of the show? Any little Easter egg? a book. Okay?
New story.
Lots of what? Lots of hate. Somebody said the blood right. Hey, you got one? Somebody said the blood right back there, and there's the book. Okay, so at the end of the story last year, we had the Delusion sort of compendium, toss it into the furnace, burns, and then we're outside, we hear the epilogue kind of wrapping everything up. If you might have missed it, and a lot of people did, I just stuck it in there as a fun thing and see if anybody would notice, but one page lingered outside of the carriage house. There's a window, and it's sort of sticking outside of the window.
I saw it.
So that was called a show from 2012 called The Blood Rite, and that's the era I'm revisiting. I'm bringing back sort of a storyline and some characters from that story, from that show. So that was, if you saw that, then that's kind of the continuation of this, to go back into some of the old stories. But this show is, as I'm writing it, it's becoming a wholly new show with some of the beloved characters from back then. Did anybody actually see that show from 2012? Woo! Wow, you guys are OG. Come up here, I want to shake your hand one more time.
And can you reveal maybe the title of this year's Delusion show?
Yes. You're the best storyteller. I want you to say it.
No, you're the best story writer, John.
I'll tell you the title and then you.
Delusion, the Red Castle.
Dr. Lowell, that's right.
Someone bring that person a prize.
Gummies.
Hey, we got a theme going for this panel.
Okay. 13th floor entertainment group does not endorse nominees.
So, the storyline basically is like he lost his wife. What a transition. Lost his wife, and like how far would you go to sort of bring this loved one back, and would they even want to be brought back to this world? So we're playing into that and having the audience be key players, key patients of Dr. Lowell in this story, and how they're going to help him either bring his wife back or not.
And so at the last 3 years, it was at the Phillips Mansion, right? The last 3 years of the setting. So if it's called the Red Castle, can you tell us where Delusion is going to move to this year?
Yeah, that is actually the venue you're looking at right there.
Wow.
So this, I don't know if anybody's known, I've lived in LA for a long time. I didn't know this place existed. It's beautiful. It's called the Stimson House. And it is, thankfully, in LA proper. It's near USC, near the 110 and the 10 interchange. And it's very close to a lot of people, but it's this really cool clandestine kind of castle that exists right next to a church, so we'll be sure to defy all of that. But it's unreal. I mean, you see it right here. Obviously, if you're standing in front of it, you'll be blown away. So, yeah, the Stimson House near USC, and that is the Red Castle. This was actually owned by an old lumber magnate. I forgot his name exactly, but it's these crimson bricks, and it's got this obviously cool nook, this tower you can see over there as well too. So we're gonna occupy that space and put on quite an unreal show. This thing is turning out to be incredibly fun.
I'm really excited for that. Yeah, that's great. Well, who's not excited to go to a castle? And so just one last question, John. So in the past, because you've had different locations, what can you give a little bit about, since now we have this location that you're doing it, what is the experience like what can people expect with the experience when they walk in to this one?
Well, as you kind of allude to what I talked about earlier about being patients of this psychiatrist, Dr. Frederick Lowell. And again, going back to a question earlier about the era, we're in the late 40s, early 50s kind of era. So he took over this place and made it his sort of, again, clandestine asylum. So we're leaning into the idea of sort of this research, I wouldn't even say facility because it's supposed to be private, as I said, clandestine and secret. So you're going to be sort of readmitted into this place that you've existed for a little while, but your memory of it has kind of faded. And so you'll be sort of reintroduced in some interesting way to old characters. So you'll feel as if you're being, I mean, the idea is to feel as if you've gone mad, for sure. So that's the idea, that's the experience. But we're testing this out, and this has always been an interesting part of Delusion in the past. And I've always put a lot of trust into the audience. But for this one, I want to go back to that idea that the audience has these certain abilities to be able to manipulate things. And so you have these dormant abilities in your mind, and the doctor's been kind of working on that for a while to help resurrect his wife. So you're going to feel as if you're a patient. I would suggest everybody goes and rewatches Shutter Island, because that is a big inspiration for this story.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you for all of those little tidbits. I'm very excited about this. And and Delusion, we can't wait. And so we're going to just transition here from the dark and deep of Delusion to the magical and beautiful and delightful magic of the jack-o'-lanterns. So, Amy, can you just tell us a little bit about this event for anyone who hasn't been or may have missed it last year?
I would love to.
Thank you, Amy.
Magic of the Jack-O'-Lanterns is a Halloween event located in Whittier Narrows. Nestled between two bodies of water is a delightful trail flanked with thousands of hand-carved pumpkins. Some of these pumpkins are placed on the ground, and some are interconnected into larger-than-life displays. What I love about this event is it has that feeling of, like, on a crisp fall evening, that you're going to something it's like vintage Halloween, but at the same time, we incorporate a new wave of technology. So I think it dazzles all guests who attend.
I agree. And how long is the trail, or how long can people expect to be there when they attend?
I would say expect to plan at least an hour, but you're going to hear me talking about, in addition to the walking trail, there's some activities. So you can come and make a whole night of it. Or if you're someone who likes to bounce from one Halloween event to another, like start with Delusion and end with something a little softer, you could come and make sure you get through the event in an hour.
Great. And who is this geared towards, demographic-wise?
It's a great question. I think magic is perfect for all ages. There's something for everybody, whether it's from a date night, which it would be a very romantic suggestion for you guys out there, from a date night to a group of teenagers who want to do something fun, to family favorites. There's nothing startling, but it's something that people like all the time, and even if you get creative like John with whatever gummies he was talking about, you still would probably find this event extremely magical.
Oh my gosh.
It's really, there's something for everybody in magic.
No gummies, but there is alcohol that helps.
We do not provide that.
And so, this is the second year, correct, of Magic of the Jack-O'-Lanterns. And are there any changes or updates that we should know about for this year?
Oh yeah. For this year, like I said, in addition to walking through the trail and seeing all of the displays, we are going to also have some fun, inflatable, pumpkin themed activities, from gigantic slide to obstacle courses, both for adults and children. And then there's the pumpkin bounce pad, which you can bounce on it, you can chill on it, everybody has a great time. We also have, we started the s'mores experience last year, prototyping this at this event, and we found it was so popular, but we wanted to make it even better this year. So that you can sure, we can sell you s'mores, but Greg and the team have been planning on how to make this really an experience where you're sitting around with, campfire together, which I think is awesome. And in addition to that, we, like I mentioned earlier, a new wave of technology. I'm going to let someone else tell you all about the technical components of that, but we're pretty excited for the advances that we're making in the show this year.
Wonderful. And you just touched upon it. I was just going to ask you, Greg. There's one new surprise this year at Magic of the Jack-O-Lantern.
There is. We didn't ask. How many people went to Magic last year? Well, that's fantastic. So, if you've been or if you haven't been, Magic it's beautiful. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. There's 7,000 pumpkins and pumpkin boards and a lot of different things going on. But last year we had one particular feature that we put in. It was 500 little pumpkins around a corner that were all synced up to music and dancing. And it was, without a doubt, the most popular part of the show. And so we're sitting there one night looking at the crowd and looking at the grid. And we're like, why don't we do this to the entire show? So every single pumpkin and board and every other feature in the entire show is going to be dancing to the music.
Cool.
And then every half hour, we're going to take that and we're going to have a park-wide show. So it's still little vignettes with their own little show. Every half hour, the entire park is going to be one giant show.
Wow. And I'll add one thing that's cool that we are bringing back this year is some of those songs are by our friends Lovecraft, who I think you guys might love that.
Yeah.
Make awesome spooky Halloween music. So we're really excited to be partnering with them again.
I'm gonna bring on our technical director, Polly, who actually made all of this happen.
Thanks, Kip. Hi.
Is it Polly or is it Kip?
It's Kip, thank you. It's for correcting him. He's old and forgets. Yeah, so like Greg said, we really looked at the event last year and at our pumpkin grid in particular, and we saw our guests really responding to it positively. They enjoyed it. They stood around and watched it, and it had a few different sequences it could run. And so we spent the off season really considering, what does it look like to integrate that technology, addressable LED technology, throughout the entire event. And so we've replaced not only every light and every pumpkin, but also our ambient lights, the trees, and everything. All of them.
Zoom out?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Where's the light?
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I want to know what the updates are because we wanted to attend to that last year, but again, we got so caught up on so many things that we're like, okay, it's good to know what is it. It's exciting. This year, we're definitely going to go ahead and do it. Hold on, let me make an adjustment on this.
Where do we go for the line?
Outside.
Outside?
Pardon me.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so very awesome. Give me 1 second to go down these stairs and I'll get to the chat.
It sounds fun. I like that they're improving the event.
I like that it's something that's not that it's spooky feeling, that's fall feeling, but isn't scary. And so like that's why we want to cover it, especially like for the fam, because not everyone's into spooky, into the scary. All right, let's go find this line. Although the line should be that's where the bats go that way.
Welcome in, guys.
Saludos a todos. What up, Jerome? What up, guys?
Do they sell horror movies inside? I saw, I think, one person.
There was only one vendor that we saw that was selling DVDs and Blu-rays and all that fun stuff. Are you sure it's not upstairs?
I don't know where it's at. I'm just walking.
Wait,
What if Vanna said what?
I see the gold bats up top.
According to George, it's starting to make its way inside. So yeah, the line is somewhere in here.
Yeah, the line's upstairs then.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
The stairs are right there.
Back up. Hold on.
Jerome.
Saludos.
Welcome, welcome.
Wow.
Back up, right, babe?
Yeah, back up. That was one of the scare actresses for the Haunted Hayride, which we will be attending as well. Okay, I think Bunny just has me out here doing exercises. Lemon news. What up, Trucker Ryan?
For HHN. General admission, HHN, on the patio, downstairs,
on the patio?
outside. Yeah.
Thank you.
Outside.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep you guys warm.
All right. I'm gonna have
Downstairs to
amazing
the left.
calves after today, guys.
Oh, that's all the people that we were seeing out there.
Bam. Okay. Patio outside. Let's go find this line. It's cooking out here.
All right, come on, boo boo. Downstairs to the left.
My left or their left?
No, like, do you know all those people that I told you? What are they doing?
Oh.
That's what they were doing.
Okay. Making our way through.
Yeah,
they would make a killing if someone was like doing like a drink bar like for that line. Whoa, amazing.
I want a drink bar.
Yes.
For sure.
Looking amazing.
Dang, they stepped up the costumes.
The merch, yo. I might have to just go to get that. I might just have to get that, period. All right, let's go see how crazy this line is. Nah, I don't know if it's spooky season, Roblo, or you just need to change the bulb, bro. How are ya?
Yes.
Okay, go around the cafe here.
Okay.
And down the hall.
Oh, on the other side.
It'll exit into the line.
Perfect, thank you.
Come on, hurry. That's a lot of people.
Swing right. Let's see. Let's see how bad this line is, actually. Pardon me. The costumes are on point, though. Dang, Becky's flying. It's a haunted maze to get into the line. No, yeah.
Where is it? Oh.
HHN panel general admission. Okay, whoa. So it is outside and inside. Dang.
Hi.
Hey, how are you, bro?
How are you?
Dang, I know that hair.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Oh,
how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good.
Doing great.
Are you
Just
enjoying
getting live
it?
for HHN. So
Oh yeah, this is the first time I've ever been out.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice. Well, glad you're out here enjoying it. You know, it's different for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
But it's fun if you're into horror and, you know, the spooky and the
I've
scary.
always loved horror.
Yeah. Okay,
I used to do Not Scared From all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
Last year was the first time my family we went to horror nights.
Nice.
So, and then ever since that, my son, he's
hooked. He's hooked.
Like every time they announce, like, oh, this is gonna be at
so-and-so?
Universal,
Yeah.
we have to binge watch. Like we binge watched all of Insidious.
Yeah. Because all 9 films are gonna be in that maze, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's all about it.
I love that.
Good. Well, he's gonna chip off the old block, so why not? Oh man, well, very cool to get to see you. Oh, dude, we'll catch you later. Bye.
To the
Here we
end
go.
of the line.
Right here. Perfect. Thank you.
For the horror night?
Oh, here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Is it zigzagging again?
Oh my god, this is crazy. I don't know if we're even gonna be able to get to enter. It's downstairs and it goes all the way upstairs. It goes out and up.
I can make a phone call.
To who?
I can make a phone call. Actually, speaking of Afraid of No Ghosts, we finally saw the Ghostbusters film, the last one, and that everyone's like, why? It makes sense. There's a lot of things that you can do for like creativity purposes, the ghosts, the theming. So it's looking cool.
Vanna said to go line up with her.
Huh?
Vanna said to go line up with her. Where are you, Vanna? She's outside somewhere.
Mine is all the way on the other side.
You just want to stay here and just run it?
We can run it for now, no worries. I don't know where Bonnie's at.
We can rewind. Yes, that's the news of the weekend for our channel. That's a panel for us.
Godzilla shirt after this. Actually, no, she already bought them.
We bought them.
We had to go pick them up beforehand because we wanted to make sure that we got the sizes.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they still had them. I was like, okay. Here are the shirts for in case you guys missed it. That's the whole design. It's just a short sleeve.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Outside to the left side says Jorge.
So that's
what is that? Your whip? That's a nice ride, bro.
That's a good one.
Hold on. We didn't see the shirt. Oh, that's the shirt that Becky bought, though. Okay, so that's the Godzilla one.
Here's the other one with a similar color palette but different design. They're all short sleeves.
That
one. Good one. And then this one's the one that's. Oh wait, this is the one that's more different. That I'm surprised that he said yeah, but since there were 3 for $75, he was just like, just get it.
No, yeah. Becky's brother like doesn't wear color.
He wears black
and browns
and dark
the occasional
green.
gray.
Dark green and occasional gray. So
I think the most color we've ever seen him wear was the maroon tie for the wedding.
maroon.
Was it maroon? Blue.
No, blue.
Blue tie. Yeah.
We did not have maroon in our
I wanted
wedding.
maroon. That's what it was.
I don't like maroon. That was my middle school colors. Was maroon. Yeah, I'm not doing maroon.
Can we get to you? Because we see that things are blocked off. If we can get to you, then like we'll head over there, Bunny.
Go check. I'll be right here.
No, she says we can. Hold on. Just to the left.
Come outside the doors and I'll wave my hand. Do you want to go? And I'll stay right here and then you tell me if I can go.
Go to her and I'll be here in the line. Because at least you're like there talking via this.
Okay, go. Be right here.
I'll be right here.
Get in the line.
I'll take the. Oh.
Yeah. Well, how am I gonna message you? Like, go in there.
Oh.
This is the line. Like, if you're outside of the line, you're outside of the line.
Becky's going off on a mission. Now we're gonna test the range of these microphones, guys. No, we are, man. No worries on that. I just want to make sure we can get to it. Because we both can't leave and then like not find you. With La Chancla? Oh, thanks, Christina. La Chancla's extra spicy from walking around here today. What up, Nina? How are you? All right, so Becky has gone off.
He's doing that right now. We don't want him to do that.
Saludos a todos. Welcome in, guys. I'm waiting right now. 1 second.
Okay, I'm just trying to get through. Sorry.
You locked me in. No. There's a force field, guys. I cannot leave now. All right, waiting on Becky's confirmation if she has found Blvd. A decision will have to be made to go find them. All right. Pardon me. Excuse me. Hi. You heard Becky talking? You guys can hear all the way from over here? Dang. Those are good mics. Yet somehow we couldn't find it the day we dropped it? Pardon me. All right, let me go see if I can find them.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, pardon me. Trying to get to my group. All right, let's see where these guys at. You would think I'd be able to find someone with blonde hair real quick.
Oh.
To the left, to the left.
Oh, you guys did a lot of the signing.
Guys. Oh, I see.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me.
Wow.
Excuse me. Sorry. Trying to get to my group. Sorry. Pardon me.
That's
Dude, that's a dope shirt. Pardon me. Hi.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Bro, yes. Yeah, we saw you guys in line earlier. We're like, yeah, mission achieved. You found it.
No, yeah. So we were sitting up on top, just eating.
Yeah.
And then the panel for what was it, 13
floor?
They were lining up, and we were like, oh, we should probably move because
it kind of goes that way. Yeah.
They were coming at us.
Yeah, they were coming at us. I like that. I like that.
So we got up and we were like, hey, like, do we just wait till everyone clears out before we start lining up for HHN?
Yeah.
And the dude was like, oh no, they're actually doing the lineup downstairs on the patio. And we're like, we gotta wait outside.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we're like, all right, whatever. But yeah, so it starts at that gate down there.
Yeah.
This is the first loop here. So we're on the second loop.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're one of the first.
Well, you guys are working on your tan today. Oh my gosh.
She is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, because like we went out, I of course exited right now. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I see all the gold bats. I'm like, it's going. I'm like, it's not that bad. I'm like, but usually the next line is for everyone else. And I'm like, where's everyone else? And
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that's what she was saying too, because she was up there on the couches. They're like, there's a lot of people up there just saying they're not part of the 13 floors, and they're just waiting for the HHN.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming they're gonna clear it out.
Yeah.
We start going up.
No, yeah, they have to.
Yeah, because then it's like they're just gonna sneak in, or like what's going on?
No, they're good about like having everyone like be out of the way and clearing it. They're really good about that. But it's just like, yeah, it's trying to get a good spot. And like we told everyone, it's like if you need a seat, like it's you kind of have to line up for it, you know. And it is, I think, out of all the panels this year, it's the only one that we've seen that like the hype is much more for it, where everyone like is worried about not getting in. And I mean, we're expecting the good news here because everyone else is like not hitting the mark.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's I hope they reveal like more of like the merch and stuff that they're gonna have.
I know, right? I want to know about that too.
You know, I'm here shopping, but I want more shopping. No, I get that. I get that. You know, it's because I think last year they spoiled us a lot with like this is a little bit of the maze and there's a lot about the haunt, and then maybe there'll be some food. Like they did a good job of like sharing the Chisme, and this year they're like, oh, I felt like they forgot to do the book report the night before, and they're like, what do I write? Like the book has a beginning, like middle, and end. Like here you go. Like. So it's a rough one. So, but
it's definitely different.
It's different this year. You feel it, but you know, at least the merch was good for like the regular vendors that are here. The shows and like the teases and items that they showcased. If you did the other panels, was good, but the big number ones was a tough one.
Wait, were you guys here last year for this or no?
No, this is the first year.
Okay.
This is my first convention.
Oh, wow.
This is your first convention? Whoa. You should take him on more. He's pretty.
Look up on.
Oh, it's getting serious, guys. You changed the Facebook status in a serious relationship.
In a serious relationship.
Yeah. Who knows? If you play your cards right, she might take you to Universal.
I think I'm taking her.
Well, that's what you're supposed to say, but I'm just saying, you know, she'll give you permission to sit in the wet section.
So that you can go sit up front. We always go, we sit on
no.
No, green in the middle of summer is great.
Yeah, in the summer, it's the best. During winter, it's like a no-go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit up on top.
Yeah, and even then, it's too chilly because the wind hits.
Yeah, to get the little like the mist.
Yeah. So the next hunt, guys, or the next panel is actually the one for HHN. But as you guys can see, the line was upstairs, then outside, then inside, then outside.
It's crazy.
So you gotta park it. You gotta park it and find that spot for it. So it's a must. It's a must.
Yeah, we've been out here since 2:40.
Damn.
Almost 2 hours out.
2 hours.
You guys are the VIPs, MVPs.
Dang, they should have given out swag for you guys out here.
For real.
Parking the bus.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The crazy part about them making everyone wait is that everyone out here is in black. Like that's what we chose to wear because it's the look, it's the vibe, and we look great until we're starting to sweat and we're all like.
Which signature was the most expensive one from all of them?
Investment.
Was it Ghostface? Oh, yours was the most expensive one? Oh, really?
60. Yeah, yours was 60.
But the thing together for both of them.
Well, both of mine, because I got the action figures, so I know it's
Ooh.
Both of mine were 100 combined. So.
Okay, that's still not bad though. Did you take a photo of him signing it? For authenticity?
So I told her to take a video.
Yes.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I'm having it like right here.
I think if I ever
Yeah, you have to be all slick with it.
No, yeah, you'll be.
Because I was about to say, like, the signature is just the signature, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So like this one, what I like about the Georgie one is that he added the Yo Flow.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, he is like the absolute sweetest. Like,
he's such a cool.
He's
so Derek.
Yeah.
Is actually a sweetheart too.
Oh, we didn't get a chance to like run into him. No, yeah.
So Derek is super nice. When we were meeting him, she was kind of standing back. She was recording.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh wait, I didn't meet everybody. And like, he's like, oh, what's your name? So I was like, yeah, I have to say hi to everybody. Else mom will really like smack me around if I come up with my he's a real cool.
No, yeah, like they're just so sweet. Like
her jersey sign.
You got your jersey sign?
Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Oh, legit.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
That's one of a kind right there. Yeah.
Are you gonna rock it or are you gonna put it on a shadow box, like a portrait? Yeah, that's really nice.
She's like, I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. Like underneath the number, underneath the name, on the number. I was like, I put it on the number. you can shadow box it.
Yeah.
Shadow box it, hold on to it, because anything autographed just creates value with time.
True. We should make a YouTube channel. Yeah, keep going, dude.
We thought about it.
No, you should. No, because it's all the little bits. And as a fan, you come to this, and sometimes you don't think about these things. And not that you want to sell it, but yeah, but
it's an investment for later.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the road. Obviously, life happens. Like if I'm in a crunch, I got a way to get out of it.
Right.
Oh, that's true. That's 100%.
Like, there's things that I can sell.
It's like buying insurance on like a nice memorable piece that you can have to flex. You know, it's like when people buy nice cars and it's like, oh, it goes up in value because it's a one of so many build
Like a
series or like it's a coveted one. So yeah.
Special edition, like the one out of like 500.
Right. Yeah.
Like at home in a shadow box, I have a. She's so upset about it.
Ooh, Chisme. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I have an autographed Cody Bellinger jersey.
What?
Yeah. She's upset about it.
He's my favorite.
So yeah, it's just in my shadow box. I'm like, if I need to, I can sell it, but for now, it's my personal.
Gotcha. You can pull a Becky on him. Put a ring on him, and then his collection is your collection. He can just look at it. Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I love her, but
That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool.
He's like, hey man, couldn't really go all out for Christmas this year, but I got you something. I was like, what'd you get me? Because the year before that, he got me an Xbox Series X.
Wow.
He knows money.
Yeah.
First off, like I work hard too, but I don't have money like this. And he's like, oh, I got your jersey. I was like, dude, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
And I saw like the front of it, and I was like, oh, pretty bad. I was like, dude, you don't know the Dodgers anymore. He's like, I'll turn it around. And it had a little card on it in the bag.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the signature right on the number.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's
very
cool. Dang.
Yeah, I was like, man, now I got to invest in the shadow box.
Yes, you do.
I went out and bought $80 shadow box, and I was like, pin.
Set.
I was like, and it's there now.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's very cool, your brother. Very cool. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys for like sharing on that, and also all the tips on that. I mean, because like I said, people come and like you get excited, and then you walk away and you don't realize like record that, or like where do I put the signature on for it, and how am I going to display it? Because it's a jersey and it's a nice jersey, but most people don't get something signed and wear it, so it's one of those things. At the end. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, getting something signed and wearing it is wild.
Yeah.
It's a move. It's a move.
Like, oh man, you got guts, bro. You get a small little sauce stain on it, and it's just like
It's done. It's done.
You can't do nothing with it no more.
For reals. Yeah, that's true.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No? One day.
No.
Oh.
So are you guys all friends or like?
So it's my sister.
Oh, okay.
They look alike.
They do, but you never know. There's people that look alike just to look alike,
That is true, but I deny that my sister's my sister because we look way too much alike. And I'm like, I've never met you before. Go away. No, that's awesome. Is this your first convention too?
yes, so I'm actually the one who convinced him to
No
come.
way.
I've wanted to come since last year.
Okay.
Except they didn't want to come.
Yeah.
That's messed
I
up.
convinced them this year. And
Yeah.
I was like,
We're going. Yeah. That's what's up. Be a good
Listen
brother.
to her more
He also took
often.
me to my first music festival.
Which one was that?
we went to go see the Chapel de Sinaloa.
No way.
My first like real like in theater concert.
Okay,
And that we've been to like the AV Fair and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's different though.
Yeah, it's very different. And then she took me to the Baile Banda Fest in Buren.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we saw the Banda Vallarta show, Banda Vallarta,
Yeah.
Banda Zeta, Banda Zeta.
Oh, wow.
So like we just saw like Arcángel 15.
Yeah.
So like we saw all of them, and I was like a bunch of shit.
It is, yeah. No, live
it like
music
a
shows
3D
are
thing?
incredible. Like, I mean, let's face it, we all connect with music, but when to see them perform and the energy and the crowd,
It's just like sports games. It's just like you can see every game on TV.
Yeah.
But the vibe of being there, feeling the atmosphere, going with the crowd, it's just like it's it's on a level that no one can really like explain.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to go and experience it to understand what it's like.
True. I can understand that. Yeah, I think that for certain, I don't know, because most music festivals or like a live performance is great. Sometimes like for a game when like they don't win, you're like, man, this sucks. Like I paid too much.
Yeah,
that was a no go.
That's so true.
I think 3 times they played the Mets. They've only beat
He does.
them
He's my
once.
doppelganger. Sorry, continue.
They've only beat them once. So it's like the Mets are like the team that we can't beat when I go see them live.
Okay.
So like other than that, they're on and off with the Mets.
Oh. Yes.
So when I'm there, the Mets overpower the Dodgers like every time.
So you can't go. Yeah. No. You leave them home. You get to go. You enjoy.
They get to go.
Yeah. And then be like.
We did last year.
Oh, for real?
We went to music festival last year. He was gonna go. He wanted to, but he didn't. He changed his mind. So this year, I convinced both of them to go.
That's the
Yeah.
move right there.
Make those memories, have a good time, and it's fun when you like have your own group and it's family, because then you just get down and then you're like, you're taking care of me, and then you just order shots and then it just goes down like that, and then you're just like, you don't even drink, you don't know me, and then, it's time the next one, so it works out.
I've heard that before. Don't judge me by how.
I just need you to pray for me. Boom.
Pray for me? Oh my gosh.
Other than that, I'll keep it chill, keep it nice and cool. Relax.
Yes, relax. Oh my gosh. Girl, we gotta get you to rotate, the arm so that you don't toast.
Oh, I know.
Keeping you in prayers, Christian. I'm sorry. I know that it's your mom's anniversary coming up. I know it's a tough time, but it's okay, Papa. Sending you hugs. No, yes, already. That's what I was telling Becky earlier, that we need the vendors out here selling the umbrellas, the raspados. The hot dog lady would make a killing if she was over here.
Over here, probably.
They gotta move the raspado food truck over here.
Yeah.
For reals.
We are waiting for the panel, Anna. We're waiting for the HHN one right now. So it's yeah.
Home stretch, guys. Home stretch.
Just about. The other one's exiting out, so then they'll clear it out and then move people in. So
they've
it'll be
just
okay.
finished theirs right now.
The crazy part is that it's gonna be hotter in there. Like upstairs, it's so hot. Yeah.
It gets stuffy. How are the Universal crowds right now, Ivana?
I haven't gone in.
You haven't gone? Oh, really? Okay.
Well, we couldn't really go this month anyways. The majority of the weekends are all blocked
out. Yeah.
Why?
Like this whole month, the weekends were blacked out. And I'm just like, what? We're trying to go. We're trying to go Friday because she had to work till a little later. So we showed up early and we tried to go on Friday.
Okay.
And while we were in line for the,
you guys realized it, or no?
Hey, can we even tell them? So we're like, it's a blackout day. I'm like, we're not paying for parking.
From here to like tonight. We went from Friday till today.
Yeah, I was like, what are the odds?
This whole weekend.
Convention weekend is blackout.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, but we've done that. We've had the other version of the passes, and we're like, we'll literally drive there, and then we'll like pulling it out, and I'm like, hey, are we blocked out today? And I'm like, guess we're not going in because
that's a drive to do that, Yeah.
It's a drive everywhere right now, but it's okay. It's it's for the fun. It's enjoyable. Wait, where are you driving from? If I could ask. Dang. All right.
You know where that is?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm from.
What?
Yeah, born and raised there.
No way. How'd you escape?
How'd you escape? Oh my gosh.
What it is, either you college or like you find a friend of a friend or a cousin like moves out, so you get to move out with them. So yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. So.
Eventually she'll be
Or she'll pull you out. One of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two. Don't forget the shadow box.
And then shadow. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Anywhere where I can safely park my car, I'm okay with.
Whew, not out here. Not out here, bro. What's up, Amusement Sky Park? What's up, guys? Welcome in. We are hanging out with the Fam Bam right now. We are waiting to go ahead and get in for the HHN panel. It is warm. It is hot. This is the general line down here, and the line goes outside from outside all the way to the inside. Looping in right now, waiting. The panel that we were in earlier for the 13th floor has
How many
just finished
times
at
did you guys go
4:30.
to HHN last year? Did you guys go? One time. Same. That's the same thing we did. it's hard. It's hard to go multiple times, you know?
Wait,
Oh, are you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because when you do it that way, it's not bad because you don't have to feel like you have to rush and do everything. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because last year we went twice. We went twice. We went once with a smaller group, and then once with all my Xbox friends because they live in California City.
Oh.
So we drive there, and then we just caravan down.
Book it down, yeah.
And that night we did everything that night. Every single maze, we did not miss one.
Oh, really?
It was on a Friday.
No way.
Yeah. It wasn't crazy. Like we did everything, and then I think we did. Which one did we do twice?
Ike and Nick did Evil Dead again.
Oh.
Because Nick didn't go into the Beyond.
Oh yeah. So we had a friend back out on Evil Dead. Well, his girlfriend back out. So
I don't know why you said girlfriend. We all know it's Bianca now. She threw her under the bus. She's like, Psh, we got Chisme here from Ridgecrest. Dang.
So she went outside, then he went outside, and we're all of a sudden, it was all of a sudden too, because we looked back, we're like,
he's gone.
But it happened. Some of those kids.
So then after that, we did a second run because we went with them.
With them.
So she stayed out the second time too.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a Friday night. We got everything done.
Dude.
We did get the early entry.
Oh, that makes a huge difference, though. I mean, for $10 more, you know.
I think it was
or 20?
20
on a Friday, yeah. But still, that's still worth it, you know.
It wasn't bad because the 4 mazes that were on the bottom, the lower lot, which was Exorcist, Holidays in Hell, Stranger Things, and
those were all good. So good, yeah.
We knocked all those out within that hour and a half.
Yeah. No, yeah. If you time it right, you're just flowing through everything, and then like you can spend time on the other ones, get the drinky drink, merch,
and figure out where the queues are. So we did.
And fast walk, yeah.
I'm the fast walker. I'll be like,
high five.
I'm like,
So she.
Yeah, I'm out
she'll be
too.
gone and she's like.
Waving to everybody.
Yeah, so like last year you do Stranger Things, go through the queue, go back out through the entrance, or like then you would do
the Exorcist, right? Because you go down the panel,
Exorcist, leave Exorcist, jump straight into Holidays of Hell, and then go back up into The Last of Us.
Yes.
That was the easiest way to get the bottom
done. Yeah. No, yeah, because the suggestion was if you didn't get the early pass to get in to do that, you had to start on the top lot and work your way down. So that way people did it the other way.
Yes,
that was the only way to go ahead and cover.
If you don't have early entry, the lower lot is packed out.
Yeah.
Because the early entry people go straight to the bottom.
Yeah.
They go straight to the lower lot. So if you don't have early entry, definitely start on the top. But yeah, we did everything, even the
tram?
Purge show.
Oh,
the show, yeah.
Nice.
What did you guys think about the show?
The Purge show. So the first time we went, it wasn't as good. I think we were also exhausted.
No, but it's true. I feel like it wasn't like amazing either. Yeah.
The second time we went, the second time we went and watched it, they put like a lot more emphasis in it. Like they put a lot more.
Like emotion.
A lot more emotion. Yeah. They were like a lot more energetic about it. So the second time we went through it, it was a lot more entertaining.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Maybe that's why. For ours, because it was opening night, so they're still trying to figure out everything.
Yeah,
that's way different.
But it's one of those things that opening night is great because it is the energy of opening night, and then the other part is like the lines are less because people know wait like a day or two so that everything goes through. But it's like I get it, like it's all scheduling, so yeah. Oh my gosh.
Did you guys go during like the early part of the season, or was it towards Halloween? Oh wow, and still got through everything.
Low battery,
Oh wait, the end of it. So it was like
the end of September, beginning of October for the first one, and then the second one was like the 20s.
I could check because I have pictures of the animatronics.
Oh, the Friday night.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. I like the animatronic part.
Yes.
That was awesome.
I like the Blumhouse show. It was actually a lot more than what I expected.
Definitely.
For being a little small show.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if we're gonna get that show like this year. Rumors is that we're gonna get the Purge show again. So.
Oh really? Again?
Yeah.
Oh okay. 20th of September?
October.
Oh, October?
Wait, in October and you guys like did everything? Dang.
Wait, what are you saying over there? They're laughing. What was it? Saturday?
So it was with the guys, because it was at the end of the night, right?
I'll tell Becky right out of it, guys.
Oh, wait, no, it was...
No, so Christina had said, I want to take my husband to HHN to have him get scared and just laugh at him. And I'm like, you should take him to Not Scary Farm and get him the Boo necklace, but put low batteries on it and just let him go. And so you're just waiting. And you're just there waiting for it to happen. Just like, oh.
They're doing no Boo necklaces at Fright Fest as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because like that's what we're talking about. How they incorporated 3 more scare zones, and so the last time they did that, they had it was like a no scare, like no free scare like area in the park, like where like you had to leave by 7 if you didn't want to get scared, and or buy the necklace. So like it's a return of it. I think it's the only way they're going to be able to do such a big scare zone or like the whole park plus the mazes. It's a lot. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't. Not the best track record.
Taking her to Fright Fest also.
Oh, for reals? Oh my gosh, how exciting!
Do you feel about it?
Why?
I'm not a horror person.
You're just with a horror fan.
I would say do it for love, but I'm like, forget that. Do it for the culture. Just go.
Just with the horror family.
Oh, really?
We all grew up going to Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of us.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
I've been going since, I don't remember what year it was, but it was a year Boy had its own standalone house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that year. That was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I'm gonna see. It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. That was my first year. Ever since, every year besides the 2 COVID years.
Yeah. Nice.
It's for sure tradition.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Pro tip: if they still look scary, just smile real weird at them, and they'll like walk away. They'll be like, nah. They'll lock the doors, and like the watchers will leave you alone.
They just laugh at me.
Yeah. Their ego gets deflated.
Yeah, just hit them with the giggles, and it'll be like, No, it can't be nervous. It'd be like, this is my space. I'm giggling. I laugh at you, like that laugh.
And then like when it comes to Fright Fest, it's definitely like a easy one to go to because I got followed in with the Diamond Elite Pass.
Yeah.
So I still get the 50% off.
Nice.
So I get my pass for free. I think she gets a pass for free, and then I can buy passes for these kind of prices.
For these kind of prices. It's what's up. This year with the ticket price going up to $70, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But we're getting.
I think they were hitting 55 towards the end of last year. Last year, Fright Fest, I think we went 4 times.
Oh, really?
4 or 5.
Dang. No, it's worth it. That's why. What did you guys think of that Saw Maze and what was the other one? The other new one?
I'm not gonna lie, my father's not much of a horror fan.
So,
we took him with us. He scared everyone in front of us instead. Scares were scary to people.
That's so funny.
My father does not do horror.
Oh my gosh.
To get
Yes.
horror, he'll either make fun of it, or he'll
scare.
do the scary. And through the Saw Maze, I don't know, something about Six Flags, like they just they don't scream, they don't yell, they don't like make sound. They just like smack the wall and then pop out. Like, no, you gotta like get in my face and like rattle something to scare me. So it's like, you're just walking through and everything was like super predictable.
Yeah. No,
it was unfortunate. Like, it wasn't really like dark either.
No.
Yeah.
So my dad was walking around. There was a group of girls in front of him, and he would like go like lunge down and clap, and oh man, they would like jump so high, like start running. Like, they were just
That is so hilarious.
They were
oh my god.
That's
Maybe
hilarious.
one step this way because there's people. Yeah, right, you're good.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah, your dad sounds like a hoot. That's great.
Okay,
He's a real great guy.
Nice. No, yeah, we would try to convince Becky's parents to go because her dad does not do horror, neither does his mom.
They would make great content.
But,
they would be
but that fool is like, we're married for life, but he pushes her in front of the monster and then dips.
Like, go.
And it's hilarious. Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The best part is that he's a short king, so it's just even funnier. He's just pushing like this tall woman over and then like just dips. I'm like, get back here, you battle dwarf.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think the one she doesn't want to do this year is going to be Insidious.
Insidious.
Oh.
Have you watched that?
He's going in front. I'm just grabbing.
Yeah.
That's what you got to take advantage of. I'm like, you got all of this. You better like squeeze them tight. Tube of toothpaste body by the end of the night. Just be like, bam. And then that's where you come in and he's all water, and you're like, no. Take me to another concert.
No, last year, I think what was it, Holidays in Hell, where like I stopped us and I was like looking back at you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, when we were walking into the
St. Patty's Day.
Halloween
Oh,
section,
yeah.
where it's all just like
Neon
Vanta
lights.
black with the pumpkin faces.
Yeah.
She opened the curtain and she just goes.
That is so funny.
I was like, go. I'm like, dude, I'm not mentally ready.
Oh my gosh.
That's like the one part where she's just like,
Not gonna do that. Not happening.
He's like, you want me to go to front? I'm like, I'm already up here. What do you want me to do?
I'm already here. Like, what do you want me to do?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was a great maze, though.
No, yeah, that was a great maze, yeah.
That one was for sure, like, amongst the best last year.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
Yeah, this year I'm hoping that Insidious is good, and I'm hoping Quiet Place is good.
Quiet Place, yes. Have you guys watched those movies, The Insidious? But it's like, I'm not even gonna watch that. Not watching it, not going through it.
Going through it, not watching it.
Okay.
You're gonna go through it for sure. You'll be like,
I'm backing out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't seen.
You've seen?
We haven't seen the new one.
The new one? Oh yeah, we gotta watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
me
the one that
neither.
we're missing.
Yeah.
The whole franchise.
We have to go back and watch
No, yeah,
them.
we gotta do the whole entire like archive of everything just to make sure it's all fresh and like you can recognize all the Easter eggs, because like that's the other part that we got to talk to people like outside. It's like, oh, there's gonna be a lot of Easter eggs this year. It's like looking forward to it. Not everything's like, oh, you had like the big items, so that's always fun, you know, when the lines get all packed and backed up.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to A Quiet Place. The only thing that like I'm mentally psyching myself for is, are they gonna be playing music through the maze, or are they gonna have dead silence?
Dead silence. I think it's dead silence.
Through the maze, I'm gonna go crazy in there because it's not gonna be the same. Like, it's easy when you're just walking through with music. Like, you can kind of tone like the scarers out. But if it's just dead silence, it's just like, hey, what do I do?
What I'm hoping for is that they do dead silence, but they do like bubble wrap or some crunchy like item that you're stepping on, so you can't be quiet, and like that's what triggers the scares. And so everyone's like, shh, like, you know, like, so you just have like the whole hall, so shh. So I don't know. That's how my mind envisions it.
I don't know. Like, that one's gonna be a real tricky one for them to pull off, but I mean, I'm sure they'll.
They can do it.
They can do it.
Yeah.
It's on a studio too.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead, so it's like, and like in Evil Dead Rise, there was that long hallway. So it's like
That was the
good
best part.
straight section.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh man.
That one was one of my favorite ones, and that was the one that we saw most people run out of like last year.
That hallway.
That's what I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so I think what really like messed with everybody was the doors. Like, there's so many doors down the hallway. You're just like, what door are they coming out of?
Yeah, which one's fake, which one's yeah.
But that's a good point, because like the trigger scares were like so often. So like on that maze, like you didn't know. You're like, oh.
It's like walking through a Scooby-Doo animation hallway. It's like, here. 2 seconds later, he's behind you.
No, yeah.
It's like, where are they?
So we went through it twice because I was trying to record it for like a walkthrough, and I didn't even put up the footage because like I kept recording. I'm like, they're gonna come out of this door, and he comes out of this one. I'm like, So I reset. I'm like, it's gonna happen here. He comes out over here, and I'm like, I can't work with you guys. Like, you guys have communication issues.
That was very unpredictable.
Yeah, no, that was a good thing.
So which is great, because a lot of the mazes recently have been very predictable.
Yeah. Of course.
Like, that one got me good, because I'm just like, you don't expect it.
Yeah.
It's unexpected. You can't be like, oh, he's gonna come out of that door, because that door doesn't even open.
Yeah.
That one does.
But then you're convinced that door might eventually open.
Yeah, like, does that? Is that a facade or is that a real door?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
that was a good one.
That one was for sure a trip last year.
Well, all we can say is get many blood bags to enjoy. So, you know, give you liquid courage, you know, because that's the only way. That's the only way. Get the merch, and then, you know, abrázalo. Abrázalo muy fuerte. Yeah.
Syringe.
Oh, you want the Jello
syringes?
shots?
Oh, okay.
Now I like the blood bags. You can just like put them in your little bag and just be like, take them out of the maze, and you're like, what's going on? Leave me and my sippy juice alone.
I'm just trying to relax.
Oh my gosh.
It's fun.
No, it always is. It's always good fun.
The first year we went together was when they had Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, yeah,
that was a good
good
maze.
one. That was a good one.
That was a good
Yeah.
maze.
That was great.
Yeah, we were reflecting back on like some of the mazes that they've done that like were hit or misses, but I kind of want to revisit it. Like Predator, like that was a silly one years back. The Crumpus one, that was a terrible one, but I like Christmas stuff, so it works.
So Crumpus was terrible, but it's like if they put a little bit more effort into it, they can make it great.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a great concept movie where like if you do things right, it could be your make or break. Like it could be the greatest maze ever.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know about the greatest maze, but
it could be.
He's a good salesman. I see how he got you. Yeah. Boy got game.
The only maze I would absolutely enjoy, and she knows this.
Which one?
Killer Clowns.
Oh,
if it ever comes back for another run,
that one.
You won't get me out of it.
Did you like the first one or the second one better?
I like the second one better.
Yeah. It felt more polished, but I just
like the first one was like a dry run.
Yeah.
Like let's test the water.
Yes.
The second one was like okay, back by popular demand. People want it. Let's give it.
It was
what they
really
want.
popular, right?
So it was the second run through was great.
Yeah.
Good. How about yourself? Best maze? Last year or just best maze in general?
You want to see come back?
I wouldn't mind having them bring back Saw.
Oh,
so that they can compare it towards Six Flags and be like, look, you guys, we do it better. We can do the original.
Oh, okay.
Y'all back off.
Dang.
That's true.
That's a good one.
That is true. Becky said it herself. Like she's like the Stranger Things. Like because at this point we've gone so used to HHN having Stranger Things. So like now
it's like Six Flags, like not top notch that.
we're all thinking like, we'll see what the quality is over here. Like is it top or not?
So compared to last year's, I'm sure they'll be able to knock last year out of the park. When it comes to season 1 Stranger Things from a couple years ago, that one was great.
Yeah.
That one was actually, she took me through that one with me not knowing a lick of Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
You took them by the hand? So tú fuiste la valiente.
At the end, I ran out.
Oh.
At the end, okay. You lasted all the way to the end. That is good.
But you held your ground most of the way. So,
Yes.
So I was like...
Strong, independent woman. I like that.
Let's go through this one. I was like...
Dang, really?
I had no idea what she was doing.
Of course,
yeah. It takes a while.
Trust me. Let's just go
Isn't he so sweet? He was trusty.
Okay, let's go. I'm like, it's horror anyways. Like, we'll do it.
I love that you're looking at him like, I did not know this side of you. Like, who are you?
Because when he came home, he was like, have you seen Stranger Things? I'm like, yeah, I saw like a long time ago when it came out. Like,
the next
whoa, hold on.
You're like, you're late.
I was like, that was like 2 seconds ago.
So that was on a weekend, right? So then the next week when I had my 2 days off, in those 2 days I watched the first 3 seasons.
Oh, dang.
It was that far back.
At the time, it was the 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ran through all 3 seasons.
That's a marathon.
Well, you had to because it's good storyline.
Yeah.
And it's a good binge, and then you're like, then it makes sense.
So like, whenever I even now, like I have coworkers and stuff that are like, oh, dude, I've never seen Stranger Things. I'm like, bro, watch the first episode. Little homie goes missing, you're getting hooked.
Yeah. No,
You're hooked as soon as Will goes on. Like,
I still want justice for Barbara. Like after all these years, the bars was everything.
Barb,
Oh my
Barb
god.
didn't deserve what she got.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. But this next season, they gotta go out. They gotta go out with it.
Oh yeah. I'm not ready for it to say goodbye, but they've all grown up. You want them to do other projects, and you're just like, okay.
It's time.
Hopefully something good else like replaces it. So that's been the show that you've been looking forward to for years.
Out of all of them, honestly, I've only seen Joseph Quinn doing other things.
Millie took a break.
Yeah. Millie took a break.
Millie took a break, and then she's also doing her own branding for makeup, right? Yeah, so she's doing that. Haven't really seen Noah do anything. Lucas did a couple of things.
They're doing theater stuff, right? Something like that? I don't remember. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Joseph Quinn knocked out
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place day one. And then he's gonna be the human Gladiator. And the Human Torch.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Human Torch. Yeah.
So, yeah, Joseph Quinn is on a rise.
Yeah.
He's a very popular man.
He's the one putting in work right now.
He sure is.
Oh, Gatton was on Broadway.
Oh, Broadway.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
what I was
sense.
like, I know there's
You're close enough.
Yeah. Dang, Miguel Guape is saying that this show should have ended 4th season. What do you guys think?
Oh,
4th season.
Honestly, 4th season.
It wouldn't be a bad ending.
Yeah.
But it kind of leaves a massive cliffhanger to be like,
It is a huge cliffhanger.
I gotta know more.
Honestly, it could have ended where it ended, and then like.
Thank you, Sentinel. No. Oh, because we're gonna get them back to area anyways. No worries. You gotta practice for the mazes, the haunts. You gotta leave your man and be like, it's not spooky, and then you throw them.
Which way is it? This way?
What's up, bro? What's up, brother? How you doing? Doing great. Dude, I love the fit. That's nice, bro. Nice.
You guys get any merch? No, actually, this is my brother's stuff. We got Godzilla shirts, dude. We got 3 for $75 or whatever. He's like a huge Godzilla fan.
How have you been enjoying the whole time event?
You know. And then we did get stuff on Friday.
Yeah.
We did all the shopping then. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Dude, that's a nice shirt, dude. Oh yeah.
Is that your real hair?
You rolled out with your homie on this one to enjoy it.
Okay. That looks pretty though. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's all good, bro.
Are they easy to maintain, or do you just like?
We've done almost everything, but we want to know the Chisme for HHN. Yeah. We want to know the scoop, and then we want to know what John Murdy's going to say, if he's taking questions, what can we ask him, and all that stuff.
So clip them on,
we're pumped for it, dude.
Okay.
We're pumped.
Those look nice.
Man, I want Chucky to be back. I want the Chucky maze, because if we're getting the updated Chucky popcorn
with
bucket,
their
I want
outfit and
another Chucky
everything?
maze. The animatronics were amazing. And then after that, I don't know, man. They've handed out so many IPs,
gonna be into it?
and I'm already excited with like the Monstros, the part 2, the 2.0. Yeah, so with the lineup for los Monstros and like the lores of what that is, like, I'm more familiar with those. I'm more excited for those. Like so, I'm pumped. So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it too. I'm a big Horror Nights fan. That's why I'm here. And,
nice.
I love our community. We have such an amazing community.
You know, we do. No, yeah. Like they say, we scare because we care, right? No, bro. Go for it.
Was Fright Fest? They didn't really say anything.
But you gotta smile, bro. You got a big smile.
Okay.
Gotta give you a lovely smile. You gotta smile. If that's one of the posts, no worries. But the other one,
now they're the largest.
There you go. You had a good time here. I thought, yeah. That's true away. Thank you, bro. Pleasure.
They're gonna be the largest.
Well, they're probably gonna bring back the originals.
Yeah.
Like the
Bro, right there. We're live right now, bro. Yeah, we're live right now.
And then plus the new IPs.
No, that's him. Yeah, bro.
How long have you been live streaming?
Right now, like an hour and like 48 minutes.
Like long term.
Not Scary Farm didn't say much.
I don't know. Like
I'm
forever and a
hoping
day.
it's gonna be this one.
Forever and a day, bro. Our channel's been around for like a few years.
For which one?
Not Scary Farm.
All they said was
no worries, bro. How you guys enjoying it?
Old event. They didn't say anything. They just talked about last year. That's it. All the backstory about last year.
And then
what are you guys hoping for?
Yeah, that one's leaving. That's gonna be the last one. Wait, have you been
Bro,
to
that's what we're dreaming for. It's a stretch, but we can dream, right? We can dream.
The only one you're gonna
or
do
even a
Fright
show,
Fest
even a show with the
and
animatronics,
HHN,
like
right?
to replace Megan. I'll take that.
Because it
Maybe a pumpkin patch.
kind of like it wasn't.
Yeah, I do like going to the pumpkin patch.
Like the
That's cute.
place where they,
We were always
like you go through and you see like the carving.
Yeah, exactly. So it's either we get it this year or we get it next year with the film. So,
What are you hoping for?
I want Chucky to come back because the animatronics were amazing, and like, but
That's a sign.
he is. He got the right fit. No, yeah.
You're like, never
But
mind.
at this point, I'm all day. They're hitting it out of the park. There's nothing
what
bad
did they trade it
that
for?
our park has given out this last year and the year prior. So I'll take anything. I'm just excited for it
Oh, so
all.
that's what you guys are gonna do, the Magic of the jack-o'-lanterns? Okay, have you guys been to that one?
So,
Okay,
what
how
I'm
was that
jealous of
one?
Florida is that they get original
Yeah.
storylines, and I think that's very
Like
nice when
spooky
you
cute.
can like have
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that isn't a franchise, because then
We're trying to go
you
this
fall in
year.
love with
We
it
didn't
because
go
they're like,
last year.
this
It
is
looks
mine,
cool,
and you can tell
though.
friends, they're like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, oh, you
We
have
went to
no
that
idea, you're in for a
one.
treat.
They said that they were gonna
and
do,
so
like,
like
more
that's the one
jumpers
where I'm
and
like,
stuff, like,
man,
more
but the fact that we
activities,
get,
food.
you know,
I think
the
there was food
lures,
last
like
year
the
también.
films and everything else,
Yeah.
like you can't be helped but hype for it. Then you go get the merch and all, it just turns into another. But it's epic. But yeah, but a pleasure getting to meet you guys. You guys have a great one. Pleasure. Have a great one. Bye, guys. Yeah, dude, let's give them a shout out real quick. Thank you for being patient. I appreciate you, bro. All right, let's do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rah, guys. I appreciate you guys for giving all the love, the support, and this guy has the best
Do you
smile in the
play
game, but he
paintball
won't
too,
smile.
or no?
There he is. There it is. Saludos, guys. Hope you guys have a great one.
I do spooky.
You're
That's
welcome,
what
bro.
I do, right?
Thank you guys for letting us have a moment today out of the B+E family.
And
Everyone's
concerts,
around
okay,
here.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, epic.
That's
Cool.
me right there too.
Saludos. Welcome in, guys.
They hyped us up like we're about to enter. You look
No worries.
They peeked us.
I was like, what's going on now? Because like we moved 2 feet to the left.
We
and that's
didn't
it.
move.
I don't even think we moved. I think
Yeah.
we just readjusted
Can we ask Vane what she got you? Okay, Ash wants to know what you got. What you got them? Ash, yeah.
I can't tell you. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. No.
Not what you listed. It's something different, but you'll like it.
Okay.
It's an amazing plastic bottle right there.
I'm just trying to think like what she got. I'm just like,
Hey, don't give it away.
no, I'm trying to think like, did we even bite? But I did lose her a couple times.
Oh, you did?
Scattered on
That's
You're like,
dangerous.
bye.
I walked up.
You walked up?
Quick.
No.
She's quick on her feet. She's
No.
gone. I'm like, oh man, I gotta put a balloon on her.
That's how that shadow box is gonna disappear, bro. So no.
Shadow box weighs almost as much as her.
Don't underestimate her strength. If she got to trade in for merch, dude.
She'll pay somebody. She's like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you go take the shadow box from her.
Sold.
It's alright. She knows eventually it'll be sitting in our
Aww. Eventually, she already knows.
I
Aww.
already know.
Oh.
On and off kind of thing.
Oh my God! On it. Oh.
Wait.
This is the Korean
This is the
K-drama I
chismoso
wanted.
right
I mean,
here.
I want stacks. Cuenta. No, okay, kid. Todo privado, but I look at you guys.
And I'm not tripping. We were originally together for 5.5.
Okay.
Don't look at me. Look at her with those eyes, bro. Yeah, there you go. Sheesh. No.
No, we were together for 5.5 and then we split for
Don't look at me. Look at her in her eyes. Good.
like 3
Come on,
years.
sell it.
3 years.
So
Oh,
good.
And then we've been back together since February.
Focus here. Camera's here. You're selling the story, the love story. Later, bro. Appreciate you. We're moving. No.
No, dale. Yeah. You guys are good.
Tan, tan, taran, taran.
It's for good luck, man.
They're so sweet. No, not the shoes. Welcome in, guys. Poppin'. We're moving. The HHN panel is about to be doors open. Everyone else is rolling through.
This shoe keeps on like.
You want me to tie it?
What is up with it? No, just.
Hold.
No, baby, let's go. I'll tie it right now with it. I'm sure we're gonna stop somewhere.
You sure? Alright, it's happening.
We might stand.
Doom. It's a whole vibe.
Like the shirt? Like the shirt?
What's up, bro?
That's what I'm talking about?
Dude, that's straight up talent, dude.
I knew it. Celosa. Whoa.
They're free?
would be going on a random story.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Luke. Oh, sorry, bro. The dude in stilts? Oh, yeah, whole vibe.
Wristbands all the way in. Wristbands.
Cool. Thank you, bro.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
On our way in. Dun, 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 dun. And then we're gonna go through these stairs.
Like not step on the shoelace. That would
Want me to carry you?
Yeah.
Take your time. Go. On our way. On our way. Let's go, guys. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, such an amazing tone of white that they chose for the paint here. Eggshell white. All right. Thank you.
Come on in, guys.
Whoa. All right, let's see what we can find.
Do you want to just stand right there?
Seats over there.
Oh, cool. We'll head over here. Thank you. Would you like to sit down after all that time?
No, I'm actually good.
You're good? Okay.
What time do you think they're gonna start right now?
No, yeah, Chucky would be amazing. You know, there's been a lot of great horror films like this season, so like it's hard to say like what they may borrow or pull from. I would like an original story for the Terror Tram. The Bug one last year was very cool. Give me something with werewolves. Like I mean, granted, yeah, I think you get the werewolves in the women, the all-female cast for like the monsters, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for that one.
Thank you, Lily. Irate. Did you hear that? When I hit I don't know what I hit, the rail or something.
Yeah, you hit the rail. All right, let me tie your shoe.
I got it already, yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's do some orange hearts or pumpkins in the chat.
Pumpkins and orange hearts.
We finally made it to the best panel,
Yes.
hopefully. Well, because Vanya was asking me what was your favorite panel.
They're the cutest over there. Thank you to Vanya
thank you.
I forgot their sister's name. I'm so sorry, but they are amazing. I wanted to ask her. Webbings or like little bats on it.
Oh, really?
And I was like, where do you find those? I've never seen those. You know, because Spooky Fam knows like spooky locations, so.
Actually, let's put hearts for Vanya, actually.
Yeah, hearts for Vanya.
Vanya, ra, ra, ra.
And my future doppelganger bodyguard, Jorge.
Right.
That's how we're gonna get him out of Rich Trust.
They should just start a channel.
They should. They should.
He's really good at talking. No?
See?
Yeah.
See.
He could do like a spooky podcast.
I'm in it for their love story already. I'm hooked. When does their merch shop?
Yeah. We just wanted to guarantee like that we were in here, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, and a big thank you to Vanya. I mean, granted, we could have waited. We could have like done the whole big line, and I get it. We probably would have been like back here, which is okay. We still would have been back here.
Yeah. No, it's because we were gonna run the risk because once all this is filled, they can't let other people just in here. You know what I mean?
So that's where it comes in.
Yeah.
But no worries.
So thank you, Vanya.
That's my twin. My twin looks good. He's super tall. I wouldn't have looked if I was tall. So for kids watching right now, eat your vegetables because that helps you grow. Mom didn't lie.
Those teas are cool. Are those official?
That should be.
Oh no, are those some other teas? Those are the official Midsummer?
Those are the limited tees for the Tino Evil where we went to go pick up your brother's Godzilla jersey or Godzilla shirts.
Yeah.
So if you saw the merch search on Monday, on Friday for here, we went ahead and showed you like the I guess it's like the, what is it, Downtown Abbey alley or something? What's it for like the Beatles like walking like thingy? They had like a crossover with like that and like characters of like the slasher films from like NBC, todo eso. Oh, I will step in. I'll zoom in. Gotta make adjustments. I'm just waiting for people to walk through here because otherwise you're gonna see a bunch of heads.
Yeah, no, we are gonna zoom in, guys.
No worries.
Forehead. What do you think of mom? This is natural mom. Yeah, very cute.
Enjoy, Cool Drummer, and thank you so much for sharing your meal with us today.
Lentils are delicious.
all the excitement. It's the buzz in the air.
It's electric. This feels very different from everywhere else we've been.
Yeah. And I was sad to tell Bonnet, like, I'm hoping this is the best panel. Because she asked me which one has been the better panel this whole time. I'm like, this one.
I do hope that this is the better panel.
It's this one.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final panel. What we do know is we still have many, many more individuals coming in. So if there are single seats in there, as people are looking around, if you feel a lot of love and the person next to you, squeeze in, collapse that row, and let people on the edge jump in. Other than that, people will cross you. So please, just raise your hand if you have a hand up. Let them know there's some seats near you that you can fill in. And we'll get started.
You could ask John Murdy a question. What would you ask him? Just in case you do like Q&A, what question should we ask the legend himself, John Murdy?
John Murdy.
What'd I say?
You just said John, no? I didn't hear you.
Oh. Andrew, it's about love. Like I love it and I don't love it situation. I love it because it just cements like the multiverse type of scenario where like, you know, because he's the man behind the mask, you know, as Iron Man and as Doctor Doom. I love that idea and that concept, and it, you know, it's Robert. Like, how can you not want it? But on another part, I think that it would have been great to get someone else to play Doctor Doom if they were to do like a continuation of like like 3 films for like Fantastic Four for later on, you know, like to incorporate them, because like RDJ's a kid in his 60s, so you know it's gonna be a lot of CGI fights if there are fights, you know what I mean? But I'm excited, you know, looking forward to it. What about you, Andrew? Is that a yes or no? Yes, you like it? No, you don't like it? Welcome in, guys.
Most people are hyped about it.
It's good hype. It's good hype.
There's a single seat here. Anybody with their hands raised?
Johnny Depp or Christian Bale? No, we can't have them for Doctor Doom. I love them, but no.
Hello, Tiffy.
Might Ash just not to say that RDJ can't do it. He's incredible, but opportunity for others to have that a range, and again to grow with the franchise. Timothy Chalamet, no, Jeff, get out of here. Get out of here. Timothy would have been a great like Spider-Man for a different Spider-Verse. I'll give you that one. Or maybe the Boy Wonder.
All right, not yet. We're getting close, everybody. One more time, we have more people coming in. If you have an empty seat next to you, please raise your hand, show a little love, let someone come and sit next to you. We get everybody in here. Our fire marshal from the wonderful city of Los Angeles, or Long Beach, is to keep an eye on everybody. So raise your hands. All right, come on in, folks. Getting close. Thank you.
We haven't, Andrew. Hopefully we can watch it tonight.
was looking for you.
Hey, Julie, how are you?
Do you need a seat?
No, we want to stand. Okay, yeah, thank you. No, it's fine. Okay, for sure, Lindsay. Bye.
Bye, guys. It's a vibe. Is your type of music?
Oh, I went for the hug.
For huggers, it's okay. Oh, well, it's what we do with us.
Oops. That was nice of her. She was gonna offer us a seat.
That's a great choice, Christina. I didn't even think about that one. What's up, Jen? ¿Qué onda, amiga? Stay hydrated. It's hot out here, girl.
Yeah.
Can I trouble you to grab this?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm just gonna grab the battery pack.
Dim it. Lower the brightness.
Executive team of Midsummer Scream. Executive Director David Markland. Executive Producer Gary Baker. Producer Claire Dunlap. And Creative Director Rick West.
Hey everyone, another full house at the end of Midsummer Scream for Halloween Horror Nights. You know, I was reminded yesterday that this is definitely a Halloween and horror crowd because we had fire alarms going off for an hour and everybody was like, eh. I'm out here, this is when we kind of come out and give some thanks to different people and want to make sure there's just so many people to thank on this show. We have the greatest crew imaginable, the most friendly crew who come in, you know, they work together once a year, usually on this one event, and make something amazing. So if you've seen anybody out there from Emily at check-in, heading out wristbands to get everybody in as quickly as possible, to the white bats on the show floor, and Richard and Justin, and Chris and Ian with their tech crew, and Cameron in the Hall of Shadows. It's just a group of people that love Halloween as much as you do, and they really dedicate their time to make this event as good as possible, as good an experience for you, because you guys are like us. We just want to have a great time with Halloween. So if you ever see them, please thank them, but you're just being here is also a big thanks. That's my spiel right now, but we're going to get to them, but I also want to give a special thanks to my awesome co-founders of the event here, starting back there, Rick West, who puts together the Hall of Shadows every year and makes an amazing experience. Claire Dunlap does, every year she steps up and does more and more to make this event stronger and stronger. All over the place. Gary is responsible for this stage. He's going to talk more about his team, but I just want to make sure that you know he does this. This is stuff that he has like in a back closet in his apartment or his house. And he just was like, what do we got this year? So I'm passing it off to Gary.
Thanks, Dave. I just want to thank my business partner Jim Call and my godson Anthony Call. They are the techs that keep everything running in here. This is our 7th year here, and we have 7 stages operating, and they keep everything running smooth along with the rest of the tech crew. So just want to say thank you all for coming. You are now a part of our haunt family, as you've been from year 1, and we're so appreciative that you're here. So thank you so much again, and I hope you will have a great time on the next panel, which is John Murray's. And we're already working on next year. So, what are the dates for next year? And here's Claire.
Oh my gosh, look at how many people. I love it. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So stoked to see all of your faces. It's been so awesome to have all of you guys here this weekend, and we have just had such a blast. I'm not going to talk about yesterday at all, but we appreciate it if you came back today. Thank you so much. And shopping, participating, doing you are supporting small business, and that is a big thing that we do here at Midsummer Scream. All of our vendors. You know, it's their livelihood, and they get excited to be here and to see their friends and to sell their wares and to share their creativity. And you guys are the lifeblood of that as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for supporting for so many years.
So in 2016, made a verbal contract with you, so I just got to check in. Long Beach, have we done you proud? Perfect. Thank you guys so much for spending your weekend with us. It's wonderful to be here and to see everybody this weekend. And I got to shout out to all the haunters in the Hall of Shadows. What do you guys think? Thank all of them. Such a great job that everybody did. Also have to shout out to Emmanuel Menjvar. He's the one that does all the recorded intros that you've been hearing all weekend. So Menji, shout out to you. Thank you, my friend. Are you all exhausted? We're here at the finish line. Are you tired?
No.
Your legs are exploding. You spent all your money on the vending show floor and were wrecked from playing the fire alarm drinking game yesterday. So wonderful. You guys ready for some Halloween Horror Night? Are we going to see you next year? Happy Halloween, everybody.
While recording of this presentation is allowed, we do ask that your camera or streaming device remain at or below shoulder level, not blocking the view of anyone behind you. Thank you for your cooperation and for being considerate of those around you. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Midsummer Scream. Each year, our little spook show draws visitors from all over for a weekend of haunts and horror. And one visitor in particular comes an extra long way to be with all of you, proving that this community truly is universal. Bringing the evil from the Emerald Isle, please welcome to the stage the one, the only creative director and executive producer of Universal Studios Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights, John Murdy.
I'm going to chant all of your names. Just yell them all out. I love you, God!
executive producer of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood. Welcome back to Midsummer Scream. We got a lot of stuff to show you guys today, but you guys know how this starts, right? Well, no, actually it starts like this, okay? Thank you. That's a tradition. You gotta make, seriously, thank you. It's the fans of Halloween Horror Nights that fuel our passion for the event, that make ourselves, our team, want to top ourselves every single year. We appreciate all that support, so thank you so much. And do we have in the house, do we have any team members from Halloween Horror Nights? Yeah! Stand up. What should we do? By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. You guys ready for an announcement right out of the gate here?
Yes!
Now I know what you're thinking. Has Texas Chainsaw Massacre ever been featured at Halloween Horror Nights in the past? Yeah. Yes, it has. What we're going to take you through today, and I'm going to do a deep dive into Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Legacy of Leatherface. This is an all-new experience. I'm going to show you why. But first, a short history lesson. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre goes all the way back to the very beginning of our era of Halloween Horror Nights. It was one of the first intellectual properties that we featured at our event. In 2007, we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in business. Anybody see this? Anybody in the crowd? A lot of you who saw that original house said it was the scariest house that we ever produced. Is that true? Yeah! Okay, so that's the bar. Right? That's the bar. We knew we had to top ourselves, but we did it in 2007. It actually wasn't based on the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was based on the 2003 remake. So in 2008, we did the exact same thing. Because we did that back then. You know, back when I first started doing Halloween Horror Nights, I came from Universal Creative, from doing like rides like Revenge of the Mummy. And then when we took on, it celebrates its 20th anniversary this year. But then when we took on Halloween Horror Nights, you know, the first years that we were doing it, we were like, oh, cool, everybody liked that, let's just do it again. So in 2008, we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in business, exact same house, and then 4 years went by. And then in 2012, we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Saw is the Law. That's the first house we did based on the original 1974 classic film. Quick personal story. You see the scene, what's the scene? Yeah, the dining room, the dinner table scene. That particular year, I brought my father-in-law and my mother-in-law from Ireland to Halloween Horror Nights for the first time. When we got to the scene, the path goes around to the left. My father-in-law, he'd never been in a haunted house. He went around to the right and he sat down in that bone chair and he just started chatting up Grandpa. The performer's like, what the hell's going on? And then Leatherface came running into the room with a chainsaw and my mother-in-law tried to smack him. And I'm like, no, you can't do this. But in 2012, that's the first time we did the original Chainsaw Massacre. And then 2016, 4 years later, you see the trend starting to develop here? For all you conspiracy theorists in the house. We did Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blood Brothers. And this was different. We took the first film and the second film, and we created our own sequel that lived between the first film and the second film. And to this day, this house holds the record for being the only haunted house ever in the history of America that prominently featured a President Gerald Ford in the opening scene. And then in 2017, we did Titans of Terror, where we matched up Leatherface, Freddy, and Jason. And then 4 years later, in 2021, we went back to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that this is all new, this is all different. Why did we decide to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 2024? This is why. In 2024, it is the 50th anniversary of this historic franchise. How many of you guys love Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Okay, if I was going to make a Mount Rushmore for horror, which somebody should do, maybe one of you one day will do this, I would put Leatherface, for sure, as one of the 4 heads on the Mount Rushmore of horror. That's what this franchise means to the whole genre of horror. This is the 50th anniversary of that historic franchise. So the people that we've always dealt with over the years on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they came to me and they pitched me this idea. Whoa. This is what they said. They said, why don't you take a multiverse approach to this classic franchise, right? And I went, yes, let's do that. That's awesome. Let's do a multiverse approach. And then I panicked because I had no idea how to do that. So what did I do? I do what I always do. I went back to the film, even though I've seen it a million times. I started researching the film. And this particular line was the seed for everything I'm going to show you right now. There, you know the scene, right? It's an idyllic summer afternoon. There's a group of teenagers driving in a van. They're driving through Muerto County, Texas. And they see this dude in the distance waving and jumping up and down. And they decide what you should never do in a horror movie. Don't ever do this in real life. They decided, oh, look at that crazy guy. Let's let him in our car. Let's give him a ride. And he says these lines, my family has always been in meat. What's he talking about? The slaughterhouse. He says, oh, there was, you know, I used to work at the slaughterhouse, and my brother did, and my grandpa. And I thought to myself, you never see that in the original film. They talk about the slaughterhouse, but you never see it. So what we decided to do was to create an alternate timeline. This is where it gets real heavy, okay, so follow me. We decided to create an alternate timeline that runs parallel to the events in the 1974 film, but that takes place entirely at this location you've never been to, the slaughterhouse. Because if I know the Sawyer family from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I do, I know that if there's a slaughterhouse that they all used to work at that's been sitting there abandoned, they're probably doing something with it, right? So that meant in research, I needed to learn everything I possibly could about slaughterhouses and meat production. So that was the next phase of my research. I don't recommend this, by the way. This messed me up. I spent hours and hours and hours researching slaughterhouses. In fact, this is the first treatment I've ever written that I had to put a disclaimer on the cover page, like a warning to any of our team members that were going to read this. And if all of you who work at Halloween Horror Nights are here, you know I'm telling the truth, right? Right on the front page, big, huge letters. In fact, most of my research imagery, I can't even show you. I didn't put it in the deck because it's really, really, really awful. So now it's time for a slightly longer history lesson than the one we had before. It starts with this date, December 25th, 1865. Does anybody have any idea what that date has to do with anything besides the fact that it's Christmas? This happened. The Union Stockyard in Chicago opened its doors for the first time. So, back before there was this place, people like slaughtered their animals on the farm, right? Everything was done locally. But in 1865, they opened this place, the Chicago Stockyards. And they had a bunch of trains that came to the same point. So they were able to bring all these cattle and pigs in. And then after a little bit of time, originally it was just a cattle mart, but then this gentleman with the crazy sideburns came along. This is Philip Danforth Armour. And what he was the creator or innovator of was the assembly line. In fact, before Henry Ford ever built an automobile, he got the idea from this dude. Philip Danforth Armour, do you recognize the name? Anybody as old as me in the house? Hot dogs, Armor hot dogs. Do you remember that commercial? We saw this commercial constantly when we were kids. This guy built the first mechanized meat processing plant at the Chicago stockyards, and he created what is known as the disassembly line. So the animals go in, and then piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece, they get disassembled, right? Now, Philip Danforth Armour was famous for this quote. He said that he used everything but the squeal. And this is just some of the stuff that they made out of everything that went into the slaughterhouse. Everything from chewing gum to chess pieces. But like all great industrialists, he had a rival, this gentleman, Gustavus Franklin Swift. He built a slaughterhouse and a meat processing plant right next to Armour's plant, but he had another idea. He was the inventor of the ice-cooled rail car. So now they could use the railroad to transport meat all over the country, and that changed everything. This is from the 1940s. This is the same place. Now it's huge. World War II is going on. They need to feed all these soldiers. It fueled America's obsession with meat, because back in the days before this, it was really rare that you eat meat for dinner, right? That would be like a treat. But because they had the refrigerated train cars, they could transport meat all over the country, and you can even see the propaganda posters from World War II. They were like, meat! It's the meal for a healthy defense. Now this, of course, led to what it always leads to in these situations, environmental disaster. So that first picture on the left, that's what they call the backyards of the Chicago stockyards. This is where all the employees lived, and that's what they lived in. Industrial waste, basically. The other picture where you see that guy standing in the middle of the river, that's the Chicago River. They pumped 50,000 gallons of wastewater from the slaughterhouse into the river every single day, and it turned into what they call bubbly creek. All the noxious fumes in there, they all bubbled to the surface so that the creek was constantly bubbling, and there was so much sludge on the surface of the creek that you could literally stand on it. Now, after this, you know, environmentalists like Upton Sinclair, who wrote the famous book, The Jungle, he started criticizing everything that was going on and brought a lot of attention to it. And shortly after that, after World War II, the freeways were built. They changed from refrigerated rail cars to refrigerated trucks that could transport the meat around. It no longer became necessary to have a slaughterhouse in a big city like Chicago, right? So eventually that led to decline. And by the early 70s, this place was gone. It was completely demolished. And people started building slaughterhouses way off the beaten path, away from big cities, in rural places, like Muerto County, Texas. And this is where it beautifully dovetails into the events of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Do you know this date, August 18th, 1973? That's the beginning of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the day it takes place on. So what we decided to do was to take everything I just showed you and apply that to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the key art for the attraction. Here's your social media moment to take that, put it on the internet, and say you were first. I had to come up with a way to tell this backstory, right? So I wrote a script for Nubbin Sawyer, also sometimes referred to as the Hitchhiker. I didn't voice it, but I'm going to do it for you so you get the idea. This is how we're going to set up the experience. Do you guys like when we have a live character out in front of the facade? Yeah! Well, it's not Nubbins, but I'll show you what it is in a second. But you hear his voice while you're waiting in line, and he says this.
My family's always been in meat.
We used to work at the slaughterhouse. All us Sawyers.
Me, my brothers,
Grandpa, too.
He was the best killer that ever there was.
But the place got shut down on account of them government contracts drying up after the wars.
We was destitute. But you can always find meat if you know where to look.
Animals hitting the road by them trucks passing through? Sick ones farmers put down. But when they moved the main road, meat got harder to find. My brothers and I tried digging some up from the graveyard, but the people wasn't dying fast enough.
Like I said, my family's always been in meat. And
And if there's meat to be had, us Sawyers will find it. I think I just ripped off, like, Chop Top. I think I switched from, like, the Hitchhiker to Chop Top halfway through, but thank you, appreciate that. So this is the facade. The facade is the abandoned slaughterhouse. It's been sitting empty for a couple of decades, ever since the contracts dried up after World War II, Korea. It closed, it was surrounded by fences, but the Sawyers took it back over again. Why? Because they can conceal all the things they're doing from the authorities. So while you're waiting in line, getting ready to enter the slaughterhouse, you're hearing that voiceover that I was just doing, and then this guy walks in. This is Leatherface from a 2017 film called Leatherface, a prequel. He's got a big cow head over his own, and that's what we're doing with this house. We are gonna do every iteration of Leatherface. From all 9 films in the franchise, we're bringing them all together.
Wow.
So he comes out, and he's looking at you, and he's sizing you up. And then he starts kind of gesturing to you with one hand. He's got the words "follow" written in blood. And then he walks back through the steel door that he came through, and you have to follow him. Now, one of the creative challenges of this was, okay, so we're going to take all these different iterations of Leatherface, and we're going to have them in one house. But how is that going to make sense? So again, I went back to the original 1974 film. Do you guys know Gunnar Hassan, who played Leatherface? Well, I read a bunch of interviews with him, and when he was doing the original role, he described Leatherface in this way. He said he had no personality of his own, and that's why he has to wear the different skin faces, the masks. And he wears different masks depending on what he's doing. So if you think of the original film, he wears the killing mask when he's out chasing people, when he's hunting. He wears the pretty lady mask with the makeup when it's the formal occasion, like the dining room scene. And he wears the old grandma mask, the old lady mask, when he's stuck in the kitchen with the old man washing dishes. He just takes on a different mask for whatever job he's doing. So it occurred to me, that's what we're going to do with this house. The different jobs that you would do in a slaughterhouse. So I studied slaughterhouses, endlessly, and looked at all the different steps of the disassembly line, all the different roles that you would need, and assigned different roles to different Leatherfaces and the members of the Sawyer family. But the first thing you're going to see when you step through the front door is Leatherface's collection of skin faces. And then you're going to go into the holding pen, because that would always be the first room in a slaughterhouse. It's where you gather all the animals together. In this case, it's where you gather all the humans together. And the next character of Leatherface you're going to see is the classic 1974 killing mask, chainsawing through a door, busting into the room, and chasing you on into the animal chutes. What? And this is real slaughterhouse. This is like one of the few pictures I could actually show you from my research. You notice how there's all these like twists and turns? That was done intentionally in slaughterhouses. They found out really early on if it was just a straight line, the animals would go and then would stop. And then they wouldn't go any further. So that's why there's always twists, because you don't know what's coming around the corner, right? Occurred to me it's the exact same philosophy with building haunted houses. We've been doing this for years. We always are like, let's have lots of twists and turns. It's like an animal pen, because you don't know what's coming around the corner. But in this case, what's coming around the corner is what they called in the slaughterhouses the prodder and the stunner. And in this case, the prodder is Chop Top. He's just back from Vietnam. He's still got his army jacket on. He's going to have a cattle prod, and he's going to be prodding you to the stunner, which in this case is going to be Leatherface from the 2003 remake. He's up on a platform. He's got a big sledgehammer. Knocking him down. That takes you to the next room we call the killing floor. And this is another weird thing I came across in my research. This is actually a postcard people bought from the Chicago stockyards. Believe it or not, this place was a tourist attraction. It was like the first theme park. Thousands and thousands of people went there to get guided tours every day of the slaughterhouse. It sounds insane, like who would do that today? But this one guy invented something called the Hereford wheel, which was a way to get the animals up into the air and onto the disassembly line, so we decided to build our own. But we also have this giant mound of corpses when you come in, and seated on top of the corpses is Grandpa on his bone throne. In the original film, they talk about how great he was, how he could kill all these, cattle, and he could have killed more if the hook and pull guys could get the beeves out of the way. So this is our cast from the killing room. You have Grandpa. He's up on his bone throne. He's whacking Bunny Foo-Foo on the head with a mallet. But it's not a bunny, see, don't worry. It's a human, that makes it okay. Down below is Dubbins, or the hitchhiker, prodding him on, and then Leatherface in this scene is batting cleanup, and he's going to be in the Pretty Woman mask from the 1974. I can't even show you these pictures, they're so disgusting. But they have these huge boiling vats in slaughterhouses, and that was to boil the animals to make the hair and skin more pliable so they could be removed. So we thought, well, the Sawyers aren't that high tech, right? So they wouldn't have huge boiling vats. They just take, steel drums, light a fire underneath, pop a corpse in it, call it a day. So in this scene, we meet the domestics. So it's the old man on one side, and Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next generation, this weird version of the old woman mask that exists in that film. And the old man is yelling at Leatherface, "Leatherface, stop gacking at them girls! Them beeves needs turning!" And they're on either sides of you, you're in the middle, they both have paddles they want to whack you with. And they drive you into the skinning room. Now this is always a classic scene we like to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We call it the face peel. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So in this scene we take Leatherface from the 2006 prequel to the remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, where he's wearing that weird leather mask. He's got a meat cleaver in one hand, and he is chopping a guy we just refer to as the meat. He's chopping his legs into mincemeat, and he's taking a skinning knife, and he's cutting along his chin line and slowly peeling his face off. Then we take you into a transition that we simply call the hallway of horrors, where you have to walk through skinned bodies. And when I say you have to walk through skinned bodies, I don't mean bodies with their skin removed. I mean the skin itself. You have to walk through their skin.
Wow.
And there's a surprise waiting for you at the end. Because this is something new we invented just for this house. Oh. And I think we'll just leave it at that. Another role in the slaughterhouse, the squeegee men. So one guy would have a hose, the other guy would have a broom, and they would just sweep everything on the floor, okay? And I should mention, when they had the Chicago stockyards, when they were building them, and they had the original armor plant and the Swift plant, there were no bathrooms. Employees were just expected to go wherever they could. So these guys had to sweep all that up and push it down the drains, and then it would be dumped into the river. So we decided for our scene, that terrible job would be assigned to Chop Top, because he's always pissed about something. And Chop Top is going to be screaming at his brother Leatherface. "Leatherface, you idiot! You gummed up the works again! Get down here and clean out this drain trap!" This is a water seat. You've seen our water seats, right? So, Gook up the floor with not really water. It's kind of like stew.
Oh,
it's like got body parts in it, and it's thick, and it's bubbling, and it's oozing, and it smells delightful. Did you guys think Exorcist smelled bad last year?
No.
I apologize in advance. Factory sensation. An experience.
Wow.
Again.
I'm not ready for that.
I don't know, you're cheering. You're like, yes! We love bad smells.
Does it come with a candle?
Chop Top is pushing an old cart that he's got a collection of just slop and stuff that he's been picking up off the slaughterhouse floor and dumping into the water and trying to get it to go down the drains. We call it the Nubbins cart because it's a special corpse puppet that he carries around in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. You know, there's a surprise with him. We'll have to wait to see it when you go. But while Chop Top is screaming, Leatherface comes into the scene to chase you out of the room and out of the slaughterhouse altogether, and that's going to be Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. At this point, you're outside. You're on the loading dock. You've finally gotten out of the slaughterhouse. And this is where the research comes back into play. Remember I was talking about refrigerated train cars that had ice, that kept the meat cool? Yeah, we'll see the Sawyer family. They're not too handy. They're not too good with technology. They're not too mechanically inclined. So there's a generator. It's this horrible rigged together generator that they've used to keep the lights on, but just barely. But they never really got around to figuring out this refrigerated train car. Okay? Now you know you're gonna have to go in there, right? You don't wanna go in there, trust me. But there's going to be somebody to make sure you go in there, and that's going to be Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Now he roars up with his chainsaw, drives you inside the refrigerated train car, and this is Texas, right? All of these carcasses have just been sitting there for a long time in the hot Texas sun. They're not frozen anymore. They've all defrosted. They're kind of sickly looking, kind of wet looking. There's maggots all over them. There's flies buzzing around. You got to walk through that. And just to make sure you do, we have Leatherface from the most recent version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2022 film, to drive you on your way. Now when you get out of the refrigerated train car, you're outside. You're in the woods. You're heading to this weird looking graveyard, but it's not the graveyard from the original film. It's the Sawyer family graveyard for all the members of the Sawyer family who lived, worked, and died in the slaughterhouse. Because safety wasn't a big deal when these places were run back in the old days. So a whole lot of them lost limbs, lost arms, or just flat out died. They drug them outside, they hammered a couple of boards together, wrote their name, Bubba, Zedekiah, Malachiah, stuck it in the ground and buried them. But then it's the Sawyer family, they're weird. So one night they went down to the local butcher shop in town, and they stole one of those pig statues that always used to be in front of butcher shops. They usually had a pig, and he was dressed like a chef. And they hauled that back to the slaughterhouse, and they set it up like a religious statue because to the Sawyers, meat is their god. So it's this weird, freaky cemetery. You're hearing a chainsaw in the distance. You're hearing a woman screaming. You're thinking you might recognize that from an earlier film. But before you get to process that too much, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D comes out and drives you on your way. And this is where the story, I said we're doing a parallel story, alternate timeline, but a parallel to the events of the original 1974 film. And here's where it connects. All of a sudden you find yourself approaching the Sawyer house from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then suddenly you hear a news report come on. And someone changes the channel. And then out of the darkness, out of the woods around you, Leatherface, the pretty woman look again from the 1974 film, comes racing at you, drives you inside, and now you're heading towards that classic steel door from the original film, right back to the first murder that happens in the film. So all these things that have been happening were happening right before then, and now you're confronted with Leatherface and the steel door, and I think we'll leave it there. You know, how many of you guys love this particular film, the original 1974? Yeah. It's like I said, it's one of the most classic films, and not only the entire genre of horror, but it's a classic film, full stop, right? And you look at this scene, right? This is the classic sunset dance scene at the end of the movie where he's just doing his thing with his chainsaw, and it's such an icon of horror that we forget what it looked like when they were making it. That's what it looked like. These were a bunch of, former students not in Hollywood, you know, out in Texas, making this movie, low budget horror, with their friends in like 100-degree heat, working crazy hours. And this group of people made something that's lasted this long. I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah. And in particular, these two gentlemen, Kim Henkel, who co-wrote Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that gentleman with the beard, Toby Hooper. Give it up for Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper co-wrote and was the director of Chainsaw Massacre. Toby Hooper, in so many ways, was my entree into horror. When I was a little kid, staying up when my parents thought I was asleep, watching Salem's Lot, the first time it was aired on TV, you know, and being terrified, that was Toby Hooper. Toby made that. First horror movie I ever went to in the theater, Poltergeist. Toby Hooper, right? Toby made some of the most iconic horror movies ever in the genre of horror. And one thing about Toby is, you know, people always ask me, like, when did you know Horror Nights in Hollywood, when we guys, you know, when we brought it back in 2006, when it was here to stay? That's the moment, right there. The one day all of a sudden Toby Hooper showed up, and he was in our house, and that's him taking pictures of Leatherface. I have all these pictures of him going through the house. He's like a filmmaker. He's down low, taking shots. He's up high. I've had that moment so many times since then, whether it was William Friedkin, you know, calling me up the first time we did The Exorcist, the director of that movie, and going, I heard you did something with my film. I would very much like to see that. And having him come down on an afternoon and taking him through the house and spending an hour and a half talking to him about The Exorcist, or John Landis when we were doing, you know, American Werewolf in London, or, you know, Guillermo del Toro with Crimson Peak, or, you know, Jordan Peele, on and on and on. I've gotten to do that a lot. This is the first time I ever saw somebody who made the movie that we were featuring attend our event. I've always been grateful to Toby for that. So as an extra Easter egg to pay tribute to these great gentlemen who created this iconic horror franchise, we have named our slaughterhouse the Hooper and Henkel Meat Processing. And that's for Toby and Kim. Of course, the Sawyers, you know, graffitied it, Sawyer Meats, because that's what they do. But, you know, Chris and I should give it up for Chris Williams, my longtime art director, production designer, my partner in everything, Halloween Horror Nights. All of these elevations, that's the work that Chris and his art department, Brandy Creason, all of them that work on this event year after year after year, that's their work. But I know Chris and I sat down and we went, all right, let's try to top the, you know, what we did the first time with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's try to create the scariest, freakiest place you don't ever want to go in house. And that's what we've tried to do. So I hope you guys are ready for it. Are you ready for it? Yeah! All right. Are there any Universal Monster fans? Okay, you know, just the other day we announced a brand new house that continues the Universal Monsters legacy at Halloween Horror Nights. Started in 2018 with Universal Monsters. This is the 6th that we have done at Universal Studios Hollywood, and this one is called Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. So what's different about this house? This is the first time we've ever done a completely female-centric take on Universal Monsters. Rooted in our film history, except one which we invented, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But bringing these characters to light that maybe are lesser known than some of our, you know, standard characters that everybody knows. We did this in collaboration with our colleagues at Universal Orlando. So Chris and I worked with their team to create this original story. So this is a completely original story. And I'm going to show you the monsters. So let's meet the monsters. Let's start with the heroines. Saskia von Helsing. This is a completely original character. It doesn't exist in the novel, doesn't exist in the films. And I should give credit to the great Crash McCreary. Do you guys know Crash? Legendary creature creator. He works with us on the Universal Monsters franchise. He does all the key art for the posters. He drew this gorgeous picture of Saskia von Helsing. Crash has been in the movie industry. He started with like Stan Winston back in the Terminator days. Worked on Terminator. He helped, design Edward Scissorhands, the Jurassic Park films, Pirates of the Caribbean, on and on and on. But every year we get to work with Crash, and this is his artwork. So Saskia is the last descendant of this guy. Abraham von Helsing, the famed monster hunter from our 1931 film Dracula. All of his other descendants, who are all male, have all died. They've all been killed by Dracula's daughter. Why? Because this dude killed her dad. Do you remember the end of Dracula? He drives a stake through the heart of Dracula, and that's it. So Dracula's daughter is on a vendetta to wipe out the Von Helsing family, and Saskia is the last one left. Now we paired her with the Bride of Frankenstein, inspired by our 2021 house, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. Do you remember that house? Yeah! People have been saying, oh, you gotta bring her back, you gotta bring her back. We listened to you guys. I was like, we gotta bring the bride back. She's such a great character, it was such a great house. We've kind of taken, and this is Crash's artwork again, and it's inspired by what Lucas Colshaw on our team drew for the Monster Hunter look from Bride of Frankenstein Lives. And of course, she's inspired by our 1935 film, The Bride of Frankenstein, which she is in for exactly, 5 minutes, right? It's so great that the bride has continued to live despite her entire film career being 5 minutes. And then there's the villains. I mentioned this one. Dracula's daughter, that comes from a real Universal movie. It was 1936. The Countess Maria Zaleska. It was Dracula's daughter. It was the first sequel they made to Dracula. This is Crash's artwork for the mid-transformation look of Dracula's daughter. Yeah. But we thought, okay, cool. Let's take that farther. So when she gets fully transformed, she looks like this. You guys cool if I share a sneak peek? Yeah! Little makeup. So this is Patrick McGee, McGee Effects, our longtime makeup artist. This is his sculpt for the mid-transformed Dracula's daughter. And then we decided to bring, a couple Easter eggs, a couple of little surprises from the past. Some I'll tell you about, some I won't. We decided to bring one of Dracula's brides back. So this is the mask for Dracula's bride. She factors into the story. And then we decided to pair this character with 2 other female Universal monsters, starting with the She-Wolf, inspired by our 1946 film, The She-Wolf of London. Has anybody ever seen, seriously, She-Wolf of London? Anybody? What's weird about that movie? Is there a werewolf in that movie? No, there's none. There is no werewolf in She-Wolf of London. It's kind of a gaslight story. They're trying to convince this woman that she's turning into the werewolf and killing all these people, but she isn't. It never happens. We took artistic license with that, and we turned her into this. Whoa. And this is artwork done by our very own Lucas Colshaw. And this is Patrick McGee's sculpt for the She-Wolf of London. All right, the last of the female monsters, Anxu the Moon. Inspiration, our 1932 film, The Mummy. In that movie, Imhotep, who gets reincarnated as Ardith Bey, becomes obsessed with this woman named Helen, who's up on screen right now. And he wants to take her and sacrifice her so he could turn her back into his long-lost love, Anxu the Moon. So we took that idea, and we ran with it, and we created this. So this is the look of our female mummy in our experience. You recognize the amulet of Ra that she's wearing around her neck. That's a throwback to our 2022 house, Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That's what the mummy was wearing. Yes. And then this is Patrick McGee's sculpt for Anxu the Moon. And I'm in love with this cute little cobra that he sculpted, because that's part of her headband. So that is our monsters. Now, they are joined together in what we call the Unholy Alliance. So Dracula's daughter is the most powerful one. In the film, Dracula has the power of mind control. So she is at the top of this pyramid, and then down below is Anxu the Moon, and the She-Wolf is controlling these characters in order to help her wipe out the Von Helsings. Now the story, I'm just going to share a couple of pieces of artwork that Luke has created to help tell our story. Our story starts in Amsterdam. Why? Because that's where the Von Helsing family is from in the original novel. It starts at a funeral. The last male descendant of Abraham von Helsing has just died at the hands of Dracula's daughter. Saskia von Helsing is at the funeral. She's mourning the death of her brother. There's still a few mourners that are hanging around, but it's really cold, it's snowing. But in the distance, you can see in this image on the right-hand side, I think that's on your right, yes, is one of the vampire brides from our Bride of Frankenstein Lives house. She's been sent by Dracula's daughter as an assassin to take out Saskia at the funeral. Just take care of them all at once. But someone else has showed up, an unexpected guest. And that's the Bride of Frankenstein. You can see her hiding off to the left side of the image. She has followed Dracula's bride to this location. Why? Because that's what she was doing in our 2021 house. She was hunting Dracula's brides. So it just happens to converge on this day, at this moment, where the Bride of Frankenstein is there to kill Dracula's bride, and Dracula's bride is trying to kill Saskia von Helsing, so it causes them to form an unlikely alliance between monster hunter and monster. So together, Transylvania, that's where Castle Dracula is, particularly an area that's mentioned in the book and the movie called the Borgo Pass. We've added our own touches to this, little Vlad the Impaler influence of all these impaled corpses. They're getting out of the black coach and they're getting ready to go to Dracula's castle to face this threat. What should you never do in a horror movie if there's two or more people? Split up! Yeah, never a good idea. But they do. Saskia peels off to deal with Dracula's daughter and Dracula's brides. The Bride of Frankenstein peels off to deal with the she-wolf and Anaxunamun. And I'm going to leave it there as far as the story. I don't want to spoil everything, just want to give you a little tease. But I do want to talk about this, the location of where this house is, because it's really cool. Stage 12.
What? Yeah!
Why is this cool? Well, to tell you why this is cool, it's time for a history lesson that's slightly longer than the previous slightly longer history lesson. Okay, what I want to do today, seriously, I just want to take you through the highlights of all the amazing films that have shot inside the soundstage, because this is ground zero, not only for the American horror film, but for movie making in general, because this stage was built in 1928, okay? It's one of the biggest sound stages in the world. At the time it was built, I think it was the biggest sound stage in the world. It's still to this day in the top 10. But it was built specifically for this movie in 1929 when it came out. It was called Broadway. That's a behind the scenes still I pulled from our archive, showing how big that set was inside Stage 12. There's a weird looking contraption in the middle of that. What is that? That is the very first camera crane. The camera crane was actually invented for this movie. So right from the beginning, this soundstage was associated with film history. In the 1930s, in 1930 to be exact, it was also used for another musical called The King of Jazz. They built a giant piano with like 5 different guys playing it and a full orchestra on top. And this movie today is really only famous for one thing. It's famous for the fact that Bing Crosby made his movie debut in King of Jazz in this movie when he was part of a trio, singing trio called the Rhythm Boys. And there's Bing filming inside Stage 12. Now you're going, John, what does this have to do with horror? This is what it has to do with horror. We're going to bring it back to horror right now. Because in 1931, Stage 12 was used to build the interior of Dracula's castle. You know this scene, right?
Yes.
Not only is this one of the most famous movie lines in all of horror movie history, it's one of the famous movie lines in all of movie history. Children of the night, what music they make. That was uttered inside Stage 12. And I brought this little treat from our archive. We still have the original set drawing in our archive. This is from 1931, this is from Dracula. This is the production designer's sketch for what that set would look like. And then in the same year, in 1931, it was used again for Frankenstein. This was Dr. Frankenstein's lab. That's where that was shot. One of the most famous scenes in movie history, not only horror movies, but all of movies, It's Alive. That happened inside the soundstage. And then in 1935, it was used for The Bride of Frankenstein. Now, I always, whenever I share movie history with people, I always try to convey to them like how big that set was, because I don't think you really get an appreciation for it. So I brought a behind the scenes still, the image on the right there. That's how big that set was from 1935. It was also used, of course, in Bride of Frankenstein for another classic scene. When the bride is first unveiled, Frankenstein is all eager to have his friend, and he goes and puts a hand on her, and she hisses at him like a cat, and then he says the immortal line as he puts his hand on the lever, "We belong dead." Pulls the switch, blows the castle to hell. That's all stage 12. So moving on, into the 1950s, it was used for a famous Jimmy Stewart movie called Harvey, right? And I know at this point in the tour, you're going, what does that have to do with horror? It was used for the interior of the Harvey Mansion. Why does the Harvey Mansion have anything to do with horror? This is why. That's the same set, the exterior of the Harvey Mansion on Colonial Street, right? On the Universal backlot. Does that top of that house look familiar?
Yeah.
Psycho. That was a stock set, stock unit set that was later, used for Psycho as well. That when I first started coming to Universal, that house was there. I can remember that as a kid because I'm so old. In 1960, Stanley Kubrick filmed Spartacus inside the soundstage. It was the Roman Senate scene from that film. And this has nothing to do with anything, but I just was going through all my, years ago in 2000, I put the video monitors on the trams, and I oversaw that whole project. So I did all this research on our film industry and went through all of the archive, all of the photographs, the behind the scenes stills, and I came across this one years ago, and I just thought, this is so Kubrick. He numbered all the dead people. Number 265, I can see you breathing. I'm sure that's why he did that. And in the 70s, Universal was famous for its disaster movies. Earthquake, the airport film series, the Hindenburg, all of the biggest scenes of that movie, those were filmed inside that soundstage. And then moving on into the 1980s, again, another musical, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. The Chicken Ranch set for that film was originally built inside stage 12. It was designed to open like a dollhouse so they could film exterior scenes and interior scenes. And I know what you're thinking, what does this have to do with horror? Well, that set's still there, kids. Have you seen it? Sitting out on the backlot at Universal, we call it the Chicken Ranch. That's the same house Rob Zombie turned into the House of 1,000 Corpses. And then also in the 80s, two films that have lasted the test of time, Scarface, Say Hello to My Little Friend, filmed inside stage 12. Back to the Future, that was the interior of Doc's house in Back to the Future. It was also used for some insert shots of the clock tower. When Doc Brown's up on top of the clock tower, they filmed all of that at Courthouse Square, but they also built just the part of the top clock tower for some insert shots inside stage 12, so both of those movies filmed inside there. Psycho 3, directed by Anthony Perkins. That was the interior of the Psycho house, the Bates Mansion, was filmed inside that soundstage. And right after this, brief little personal story, I started Universal in 1989 as a tour guide, right? And on my days off back then, you could call at the studio and say, hey, I'd like to shadow a production, and they'd hook you up with the production. In '89, I spent the whole summer on the set of Back to the Future 2, every single chance I got, watching them film that movie. But one day I was out by the Psycho house, and I saw Anthony Perkins up on those steps, and what he was filming was the introduction for the Alfred Hitchcock show that used to be in Universal Orlando. And I stood in the Bates Motel and watched Mr. Perkins film that whole scene. I was on this set too. This is 1993. At that time we were brought on, I had left Universal after I left being a tour guide. I worked as a production assistant when we built that whole downstairs section of the theme park, the Starway escalator, the old special effects show. And then after that, the only time I ever left Universal, I was gone for 5 years and I was working for another company that used to do industrials, which are like business meetings, and they would daisy chain like 1 million slide projectors together because there wasn't even video projectors back then. But one day we got a call to come to a meeting at Amblin to meet with Steven Spielberg's producers, Kathleen Kennedy, and talk about filming a scene for Jurassic Park. So I worked on Jurassic Park for about 2 days, Don't look for me in the credits. I'm not in there. We consulted on the scene when it's the Mr. DNA and the whole like business plan of Jurassic Park. But in that meeting, they showed me a piece of key art of a rendering of what the Discovery Center was going to look like, and it was this exact scene. And that scene was filmed inside Stage 12. I was on this set too, Casper, 1995. All of Whipstaff Manor was built inside Stage 12. I was on this set too, in 2000. When I was doing the studio tour, I wanted somebody to be the host, and I went to Ron Howard and asked him if he would be gracious enough to be the host of our first, version of the studio tour where we had the video monitors on board the tram. And I went on that set. They built the entire town of Whoville inside Stage 12. And then in the early 2000s, that was Bruce Banner's underground lab for the Hulk. And then in 2009, I was invited back to that soundstage again to meet Sid and Marty Krofft. Do you guys know Sid and Marty Krofft? HR Puffin stuff? Sigma the Sea Monster? The Bugaloos? Dr. Shrinker? Bigfoot and Wild Boy? Now I've lost you. I met Sid and Marty Krofft on the set of this. It was the Sleestacks temple in that film. And they were asking me like, oh, we're going to just tear down this set. Is there anything you want? Is there anything you want? I was doing Horror Nights by this time. So I took one thing. I took that ice cream van. Do you recognize that?
Yeah.
That was in Clowns 3D. The reason that clown was called Sweet Licks is because it's painted right on that ice cream van. Didn't have to change it. And it later became Hollywood Harry's van. It became Larry Larva's van. And this year it's getting a complete remodel. Oh. Note to self, this hasn't been announced. It's getting a complete remodel for something I can't talk about. All right, moving on. In 2011, The Voice came in and took over that soundstage, and they filmed, I think, 17 seasons of The Voice inside there. And now they've moved to a new soundstage, which means now you guys, for the first time ever, get to go inside that soundstage.
Yeah!
I practically grew up on this lot. I mentioned, started as a tour guide. All of my days off, I would always go inside sound stages, and I would always think about the film history of all these great movies that filmed inside there. So just to close out this section, that's a behind-the-scenes still from the making of The Bride of Frankenstein. You imagine, tea time. They're all English. They were all English actors. They had tea on the set every day. Or, you can imagine Boris Karloff having a toasty, The Bride of Frankenstein checking her makeup in a mirror. This is all Stage 12. This is ground zero for the American horror movie, right? And it's tied to so much film history. So I hope you guys appreciate it when you get to go see Universal Monsters, Eternal Bloodlines, inside the world famous. How about another announcement? Let's talk about the music of the Monsters. But wait a minute. Has this been announced yet?
Yeah.
Slash. Slash is coming back again to do his 6th score for Universal Monsters, his 7th for us at Halloween Horror Nights. You guys, all the time, I run into what you want. You're not shy about it. And the one thing that I've heard over and over and over is, when are you going to do like an album with the music from Universal Monsters? For the first time ever, this year at Halloween Horror Nights, you'll be able to get a limited edition vinyl album featuring selections of all of the different houses that Slash has done up until this point. This is the interior sleeve, they open up the album, this is the inside. Features all of Crash's iconic artwork. I wrote the dedication. Stacy Quinolti on our team, who works with Slash and co-writes the music, arranges it, produces it. He remastered all of these tracks, especially for vinyl. So this year, you will finally get that album that you've been asking me for years now. All right. Should we announce the scare zone? All right. in the audience. Pat, are you here? Pat Quinn. Yes, anywhere? Pat Quinn on our team does all of the scare zones and park decor for the park. He has been pitching this idea for a scare zone to Chris and I for years. And we've never said yes. And then this year we went, let's do it. This is one of the craziest ideas I've ever heard for a scare zone, but I dig it. And what it's inspired by is luchador cinema. Do you guys know what that is? Yeah! It's a specific genre of horror that is specific to Mexico, really. Particularly in the 60s and 70s. They would make movies with famous wrestlers, and they would get them against monsters, like, not our Frankenstein, but usually a Frankenstein. Not our Dracula, but there was always a Dracula. Not our Wolfman, but there was always a Wolfman. Not our mummy, but there was always a mummy. So Pat's idea was to make monster wrestlers that are fighting monster wrestlers, okay? So I'm gonna share with you the good monstros. Yes. The Blue Death. And what's really cool about this is working with our DEI team, we sourced all these costumes from Latin America, from the very people that make luchador wrestling costumes, so everything's authentic. This is the Blue Death. This is his tag team partner, the Green Devil. Ooh. And then there's the bad monstros. The cave monster, who's not Frankenstein, but he kind of looks like him. The horror, yes. Who's not the Wolfman, but he kind of looks like him. It's in the spirit of these movies. The water demon, who's not the creature of the Black Lagoon. He kind of looks like him. The Bruja, the witch. The skeleton man. The night zombie. And our still walking character, the Bat. Yeah. And here's the whole cast. This is going to be tied to our Latin American house, Monstros 2, Nightmares of Latin America. So when you come out of this house, you go right into that particular scare zone. Thank you, by the way, because I owe that to you guys too. It was you who got us doing this in the first place. Years ago, back in 2009, I think, a fan, more than one, came up to me and were like, why don't you do La Llorona? And I had no idea what that was, because it wasn't something I grew up with in my culture. But I started researching it, and I started getting into it, and I realized, wow, this is amazing. It's so Los Angeles. It's so representative of our community in Los Angeles. And so we've really been focusing on this the last few years in particular. But really the credit is for you guys for suggesting this, so thank you. Little sneak peek. This is the sculpt for the Skeleton Man, and this is what his finished mask looks like. This is a partnership with Immortal Masks. They might be here today, but they do our silicone masks for the event, and they created some amazing masks for this one. We're also creating original artwork, luchador posters in the style of that artwork from the 50s, 60s. This is just a few examples. And, you know, earlier today I signed that beautiful piece of artwork that our own Lucas Goldshaw did from Monstros for people that came to the Universal Products Experience booth. I also gave them all these files, and they were kind enough to do merchandise that is available now, I think literally right now, on Amazon. For the first time ever, you're going to be able to get merchandise inspired by these houses, this Scare Zone, our Monstros house, and other original content we've done over the years. So go to Amazon, check it out. I think members of that team are going to give you guys some postcards when you're going. All right, we're getting to the end here. What's next? Note to self. Oh, God, you're not supposed to see that. Sorry. All right, it's fan appreciation time. You know how this works, right? We're going to give away 2 express passes to HHN, and an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour with yours truly of a house of my choosing, which is going to be the closest house it takes me to get to before the next place I have to go to. But we're going to give that away. We've been doing this every year of Midsummer Scream, and before I do that, I wanted to give it up to the people who create, produce, run Midsummer Scream. They're amazing. It's a pleasure to do this show every single year. Again, I want to give it up to you, the fans of this event. Your support through the years means so much to not only myself, but all the men and women who work on Halloween Horror Nights all year long to bring it to life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's always a trivia question, right? You guys ready? Wait for it. There is no trivia question this year. I'm giving those tickets away to my family. No, I'm just kidding. No, there seriously is no trivia question this year, because I thought about this right before I came over for this show. I thought, this show is all about the spirit of home haunts, right? And earlier today I did a panel called Home Haunt to Pro Haunt with a bunch of different people in our industry talking about how many home haunters are in the audience. If you're a home haunter, keep your hand up. Okay. And do we have, and be honest, any of you that do home haunts, is one of your kids the driving creative force in what you do? Yeah? Keep your hand up if it's true. Okay, pointing over here. All right. Come on up. Right there where you're pointing. Come on up. Yeah! I don't think you can actually get on stage because there's no like steps. What's your name? What is it? Wolf? Have I met you, Wolf? I dig your name. Do you do home haunts, Wolf? And are you the driving creative force behind it? Okay, this is your Willy Wonka moment. You know what I mean? This is the golden ticket, Wolf. Woo! Yeah! Your parents come with you, okay? I'm gonna take you and your parents. We're gonna give you 2 express passes free for Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm gonna give you a behind-the-scenes tour to show you how we do it. Thank you. They're going to get together with you, they're going to give you what you need, and we're going to show you a good time. Thank you, Wolf. And for everybody right here, he's going to take care of you. Mario's going to hook you up. I just wanted to do that a little different this year because, hey, we got to look to the next generation. But for all of you, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting this event. Thank you for being a part of Halloween Horror Nights. We'll see you in the fall.
That was great. All right.
At this time, we ask that you collect your belongings and make your way out of the auditorium.
That was sick.
The word of advice.
That was the best panel, period.
Gosh. I hope we got all the details we wanted.
Yeah, no.
Was that the best panel? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was the
Honestly,
best panel.
It was.
Best panel. For sure. Alright, 1 second, guys. Dude, so much info, so much detail, so much excitement. Cannot wait. I'm pumped. You're pumped. I mean, let's face it. If we came conquered, there's one place that did it right. Universal Studios Hollywood did not let us down. They made sure that now I definitely want to come back next year, but I'm excited to go ahead and do all the events this year. Yeah,
the Scare Zone, that's got me excited. The Luchador Scare Zone, that's a yes, in my opinion.
Oh man, Universal Studios Hollywood, Six Flags. I'm good. I don't know what Knott's is because Knott's is always a bunch, but I'm excited for it all. I'm pumped. Yeah. I'm pumped. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be padrísimo.
All right.
So with that said, we got to run to go ahead and do something else as well. But it's been epic. It's been fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the spooky content for the next few items. We're gonna be back at Disney tomorrow for the merch search, and then spooky stuff still continues throughout because this kicked off Halloween. This kicked off the whole Halloween item. Thank you to everyone everyone who helped us out with finding out which emotes are not working properly. We'll go ahead and get those corrected. Big shout out to Vane, Jorge, and his wonderful sister for saving us a spot. Truly appreciate that. You guys did not have to.
That was awesome.
Amazing. And thank you to everyone that we got to meet today, yesterday, and on Friday, both on camera, off camera, to meet the fam. Incredible. A shout out to all our friends as well that we ran into. And with that said, we need to run credits, and we'll think of an emote to use in a moment. But a shout out to the Spooky, the Shenanigan Squad.
Wait, I'm getting like vertigo, like just sitting on that.
Sorry. Let's go. It's spooky. It's spooky. It's spooky. 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 Dang, there's a lot of y'all that like the spooky. These credits are like MCU long. Oh my gosh. All right. With that said, a big shout out to the Fantastic Fam
forever. Thank you. Love y'all forever.
A big shout out to the Knights for holding it down, for keeping it safe. I truly appreciate it. Cannot be done without you guys and for the community as well. Love you guys to pieces. Por this bien, the secret emo for this one in itself. What are we doing? We're doing, is there a skull? Let's do a skull. You made it to the very end. And then for the rewatch too, you're dropping bats.
All right. Love y'all.
Peace. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Pórtense bien.